Well, I don't want to jinx anything, but the end of the last stream kind of felt like everything was starting to go a lot better. The aim today is to make sure that actually carries on. See whether we can make that happen. Hi there, welcome to Stu FM. My name is Stu. We play Football Manager around here, and today we're doing that with Aston Villa. We're going to continue our save in the first season. We started horrifically, but on the 11th of February, we find ourselves finally, for the first time all season, in the top half of the table, which is the minimum of what the board want from us. We've also got the Europa League knockouts coming up, or the playoffs to be more exact, as well as an FA Cup game against Manchester City. No pressure or anything. Yeah, hopefully this is the start of a turning point. My fingers are crossed that that is the case. This will be, as with all of the other parts of this stream, uploaded onto YouTube. Will also be available on demand to watch on Twitch as well. If you're watching live, hello. Hope you're having a lovely day, or have had a lovely day. And hope you're having a lovely day if you're watching this on the replay or also on YouTube as well. But without any further ado, shall we just dive right in today and get into it? I think we should. Let's see whether we can continue the momentum we built up. Or win a few football games. That'd be lovely. Oh, I missed clicking the button then. Right. Let's get into it, shall we? So, just as a recap for last time, how did we do? Well, we started off with a loss against Newcastle, which, to be fair, it's Newcastle. They're a better side at this point than we are. They were in better form than we were. And it was only a 1-0 loss. It was a late loss at that. So, and also, there were some good performances. Matty Cash, Viconza, Sancho, Mings, they were putting good shifts. And Arnold wasn't too bad either, so we can forgive that. But then we went on a tear. We beat Celta Vigo 3-1 in the Europa League. That pretty much just confirms that we were definitely in the playoffs. And that was without us having Francolino and Ruben Neves. We then smashed Brentford 3-0 at home. Sancho, Buendia, Francolino, lovely stuff. Had a lovely time with that one. Bournemouth 2-0 away from home. Buendia, Francolino. We're seeing Buendia starting to really pop off. It's really nice to see. And then Brighton, well, I had a lovely time against Brighton. A hat-trick of Francolino, Morgan Rogers getting in on the action, and Tammy Abraham getting a late goal as well, showing that he can, in fact, still play football. So, I've been having a lovely time recently. Let's see if we can continue that. It is Manchester City. I don't have high hopes, but you never know. We beat Man United. Well, Man United around about the season, so that's a bad example, but you never know. Man City are currently seconds. 57 points, 3 points off the top. Will they be prioritising the league, or will they be looking at that as... Will they be splitting their focus is what I'm trying to say. I don't know whether they will be, but one can hope. One can hope. Okay. Did we rest everyone? And do we need to rest everyone? Let's have a quick check of that. We did not rest everyone, and Man City is in 3 days. So, answer to that is no and yes. No, we didn't. Yes, we do. These two will rest for 2 days, and everyone else will. Well, everyone else except Morgan Rogers will go for just a day. In fact, you know what? No, let's do the whole lot for 2 days, including Morgan Rogers. And actually, let me just go to training and go to intensity. And I hadn't actually set this up, which is brilliant. Normally I have that on double intensity, but I didn't set it up, so that's okay. In which case we'll leave it as it is, that's okay. Man City coming up. What do we want to do in terms of the 11? Do we want to make any tweaks to it? Let's have a quick think about it while I just have a quick drink of hot chocolate. Have to put it while it develops a skin on the top, which I'm not a massive fan of, but relatively cool. Wow, lovely, absolutely lovely. Okay. Let me just leave it as is, to be honest. We're out cash, Dignaming's Kamar will be a little bit ravaged, aren't we? I mean, Barkley and Bailey aren't really playing. They will be moved on next season in one way or another. Let's make sure that they're playing for the under-21s though, because we want to make sure that they are in reasonable fitness if we need to call upon them, so we're not just starting them from scratch. Let's make sure they're playing. John McGinn should be playing for the under-21s, but I actually don't think they're picking him at the moment, which is quite funny to me. I mean, I found it amusing. Whether it's actually funny or not, it's another matter entirely. Okay, onwards. We'll have to pay Levante 250k, that's fine. That was a great game, I had a lot of fun with that. Matson did a great job as well. Got 3 assists from 18 games. 2 of them came in that game. But the last couple of games he's been really solid as well, so we'll praise him for the work he's putting in, because the work he's putting in is very important. Very important indeed. Right, match preparation. We always play with high press. And you know what? We'll go progression. Penalties feels like a smart one to go for, because obviously FA Cup it could go to penalties. Okay, fine. Fabinho doesn't want his out of possession. That's okay. I didn't realise he'd set up on out of possession. I'll pop him on none. He wants to be out of possession as well. That's fine. I'm not bothered by that. I'll mainly get there by just playing football, so I'm quite okay to kind of forego that. I'm just tweaking a few things on my stream manager. Bit of that. There we go. Happy days. Okay. Abraham's got a goal bonus because he's got 5 league goals. I mean, that I would not have arranged that for him. Right, adverts for scouts. Okay. Okay. Not so okay. 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 And okay. How many scouts do we need? I've forgotten. Scouts. I need like 5. Yeah, I neglected the staff side of things right at the beginning. More focused by the fact that we kept losing. Okay, let's go back. So, this guy definitely. Outstanding in Elise. Only knowledge in Italy, but the knowledge he'll get will be incredible. And he's also very, very adaptable. So, sir, would you like to join my football club, please? You want a lot, though. Let me try and get you down a little bit. Okay, fine. We've got him in. Excellent. That's 1. Rablat wants the job. He is very good. Another French gentleman. But knowledge in Spain, knowledge in Belgium, knowledge in the Ivory Coast, knowledge in Senegal. Do you know what? He's on the older side, so we won't have him for very long, but he's actually not that expensive. So let's get him through the door, I think. That's 2. Simon Wells looked good. Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden. Wow, he's got a plethora of experience. Outstanding ability and potential. Yeah, let's get him in. I mean, he wants to be paid as such. I don't blame him, to be honest. There we go. He's in. That was 3, I think. We've still got room for a couple. Rablat. Oh yeah, we went for Rablat and Wells. Have a look at Stade 10. Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Poland, and England as well, obviously. Yeah, on the younger side as well. So we'll have him for longer. Yeah, let's get him in. Yeah, do you know what? We'll just get you in for that. And I think we've got room for one more. Not you. Rablat wanted to cut. Oh yeah, he's the one we put an offer in. Simic, not very good. Good adaptability and good potential, so he could be good for Wonder Kid hunting. So yeah, you know what? Let's get him in. Cool. Right, that's scout sorted, hopefully. So, position report. I mean, they're not top of the league, but they are absolutely killing it because they're Man City, and of course they are, so is what it is. I'd just say that Rodgers and I thought that Morgan Rodgers was on the books of Man City. I completely forgot about that. He just had the one season at Middlesbrough, didn't he? I knew he was a West Brom player, but I completely forgot that he was a Man City boy for a period as well. Not that he played a game for them, but that's not the point. He's not to points. He's had a great Europa League campaign so far, Morgan has, by the way. Got ourselves to the game, and I imagine our FA Cup journey is going to end here. It is Manchester City after all, but we'll give it a go. You never know. Never ever know. Right, let's pop those on. Press James and those two. We'll take the markings off. They're not starting with Erling, nor are they starting with Phil. But they are starting with Jeremy Doku. And Mamouche is going to start up front, so they've still got quality. Quality and depth. Got Nico O'Reilly, who's playing in centre mid for once. And Nunez, who is playing in centre mid for once. I'll try and press Nico Gonzalez off the ball as best as we can. We're going to try and press Trafford onto his left foot. As best as we can. Okay, let's go with the stream. So, as we're still without Matty Cash, we will continue with Ezri Konsa at right back. He will be with Lindelof, Torres and Maatsen in defence. Wharton and Onana will be the midfield pair with Sancho, Rodgers and Wendia, supporting Francolino up front as the deep line forward. Emergency save, we all know what Football Manager is like. We don't want any accidents or errors. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I'm not confident that we're going to win, but I'm confident that by not winning, it's not everything going wrong. Unlike how the rest of the season has kind of been so far. Still on about this criticism, which I think has probably gone away by now. Because we have settled into the season quite nicely. Right, here we go. That's our 11. decent 11, I think. Their 11 is good. There's no Haaland on the bench. They have got Reinders. They have got a couple of players on there who could make a difference. But the main thing is, can we get through to the FA Cup next rounds by beating Manchester City? I don't know whether we can. That might just be beyond us, but it's going to be fun finding out. I say fun. Maybe not fun for me, but fun for anyone watching. I've been swarming forward quite nicely so far. But Man City are starting to get a foothold into the game. They have a free kick here. Whipping it in. John Stones is there. I tell you what, Emi Martinez did a great job of keeping that out. Will be a throw into Man City, but good work from that man. Very good work indeed. More of the same would be lovely. We could start getting a bit further forward. That'd be even better. We are actually. Right, we have a throw in. Concer to take. It's to Wharton. Wharton over the top to Francolino. Whips it in, looking for Buendia at the far post. He found him. And you know what? We've both had almost identical opportunities. Whipping it in, looking for Buendia again. And Morgan Rogers comes close to making it 1-0. We are all over them in this phase of play, but it is a free kick. It is an offside. Unfortunate, but great movement from some of our boys to get into attacking positions. Francolino drifting out wide. I wouldn't have said Buendia was a good aerial threat, but he had two really good chances there. So I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe clearly I'm completely wrong on that. Concer doing some good work on that wing. I don't know where Sancho was, but Concer didn't need him during that phase of play. The midfield are struggling a little bit. I'm not surprised with who they're playing against, to be honest. Buendia's actually got a poor rating. I'm a bit surprised at that. Okay. Got the ball. Give it away, but we get it back again. Got a couple of ex-Man City boys in that case. Got Rogers and Jadon Sancho. Of course, that's where Sancho was before he went to Borussia Dortmund and made his name. Right, Anana. It's Rogers. Through to Buendia. And Emi Buendia has made it 1-0. Emi Buendia has made it 1-0. And we lead against Man City. Beautiful. Emi Buendia, he's having a bit of a run of form, isn't he? That attacking four are working together quite well. I will be sad when Jadon Sancho goes, because he really has fitted into this attack quite well. I think Jadon's picked up a knock. His fitness is very, very low. And it did come up recommending making the change to Harvey Elliott, which we will do. Oh my. Martinez covered his post well there. We had to. No injury symbol, just low fitness. And that could have been low fitness before the game, to be honest. I didn't check it. Half time 1-0. Very even game. I mean, they're not. It's not their first 11, but Ake, Lewis, Stones, Gueye. This isn't a team of scrubs. This is a team that would any of these players would squeeze into their first 11. I mean, they're playing their two fullbacks who are actually central midfielders in their natural positions. That is the absurdity of Manchester City. We'll praise them. We'll praise them and we'll leave it at that. And then Sancho and Wharton in particular are shattered, as is Concer. I can't do anything about Concer. We'll take Sancho off. I'm going to bring on Alisson Edwards. And then Wharton's on a yellow. We'll bring on Ruben. Ruben, honestly, has been doing it for me. We have got Douglas Luiz if we feel like we need it as well. But we'll make that as a double change at half time. Got on the youthful exuberance of Alisson Edwards. And we'll see whether he can do anything. Right, it's a free kick here to Man City. Very early in the second half. Whips in. Semenyo got under it, but that's our defender. Doku with the long shot. Over and out. Martinez watched it all the way just to be on the safe side. Goal kick. Again, we are giving as good as we're getting, which I'm really happy to see. Does make me feel happy to see that we actually can compete against better teams. Again, their first 11, it would be a slightly different story. But the team they've got out there right now, it's not a terrible team. Like, it's a Champions League quality team. Semenyo's in. Put it wide. Defender put him off, I think. Martinez covered the near post. I'm putting that down to defensive brilliance from my boys. It probably wasn't, but so I'm putting it down to. Right, Morgan Rogers tries to run through Gonzalez. Should have looked for a pass. Nico O'Reilly has gone down with a red injury. Come on, boys. Let's try and defend this as best as we can. Gonzalo Ramos, who we were considering. My word, our goal is leading a child life. We put it out, actually. But O'Reilly is off. We'll monitor who they bring on for him. So, change hasn't happened yet. There we go. Grinders. Okay, let's have a quick look at our tactics. They've also brought on... Oh, they brought on Ramos, we know that. Marmoush has gone out wide, which is fine. Ramos, we'll pop him on his left. And Reinders on his left and going hard. Yeah, we'll do that. Confirm. How's our fitness looking? Matson's tiring, Anana's tiring, Rogers is tiring. Francolino has been a little bit absent in this game, but we know he can just kind of spark to life, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, demand a bit more from the boys. Come on, lads. Keep pushing. Buendia, considering he scored a goal, gone under a 7, he must not be having a good game. To be having scored a goal and be on that rating. He's actually one of the tighter players out there now, so we'll consider maybe putting Allison out on the left, and we'll bring on Harvey Elliott. Nunes is in here. Reinders is there. He's coming off of Victor Lindelof. Ah, that's heartbreaking. Okay. So, changes. 73rd minute. Elliott is going to have to come on. We'll take Buendia off, and we'll move those 2 rounds. Sure they're the right way around on this side as well. Then we'll put Francolino to channel forward because he can do that as well. Midfield pair of Nerva, so Nana can come off for Douglas Luiz, who we know can do the job. We'll try and tell him to calm down in a moment. And then I have got the one change left, but we'll leave it as it is for the time being. Just make sure these guys, now we've changed them, are still... Nah, see, I'm glad I checked. Whip into the centre. Pressing, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're changed as well. So we need to make sure that these are amended. You will cross you from deep. Have you pressing as well. Make sure that Francolino still doing his bit as well. He is indeed. Great stuff. Allow him to just shoot more often as well. Cool. See what we can do. Own goal for Victor is harsh though. He's had a decent game. Let's just encourage the entire team. We're struggling to get through them. They've started to kind of remember that they're Man City, I think. Which is a bit annoying. I'd have liked them to not remember. Right, going attacking for the final 5 minutes. Let's really try and put them under the cosh for a bit. Right, Man City on the ball, whipping it in. Consa heads it only as far as Semenyo. Can we nick the ball off of them? Okay, we've nicked the ball off of them. Brilliant. Let's try and do a cheeky counter attack here. Alisson flicks it onto no one. It's just the John Stones. We pressed them into a mistake here, maybe, lads. No, Ramos is in. Oh, my word. We get away with one there. Get away with one. Right. Just launched out by Emi Martinez. Passing's really nice. Out wide to Shirky. Grinders. Alisson's got it. Rogers. Francolino. Elliott. This could be the start of something here. Elliott now. Goes out to Consa. Back to Elliott. Elliott. Looking for Rogers. It's really poor from him. It's really poor from Elliott. He's had some good moments this season, but we really need to have a word with him for next season, because he's not really looking like the player we signs. I think pre-season, assuming we get a pre-season, of course, and we don't get sacked, is going to be really important for him. Right, Francolino holds it up nicely to Harvey Elliott. Ball through to Rogers. Didn't put the pass in while Francolino was offside, which is good. Neves gives the ball away. Lindelof to Consa. Back to Lindelof. Okay, this is good. Lindelof. Oh, it's end of 90 minutes. I was getting worried then. Okay, we've taken them to 90 minutes at 1-1. Okay, we'll say that we're happy. And then let's have a word with a couple of individuals. Maatson, not particularly happy with you. Francolino, not happy with you. Ruben, really not happy with you. I'm not happy with a lot of them, to be honest with you. There's not many of them that I am happy with. Say that to them, and then you guys will say that too. Right. Let's have a quick look at them. So Ake's off. Nuri's on. Naipan is on. We're going hard on him. And you know what? We'll press the midfielders. We'll leave Gonzalez. Cherky, what will we do with him? We're going hard on him. I'd quite like to be able to sort it. Will it allow me to do it if I do that? No, it won't. So, central midfielders, always hard. Left foot, always hard. Wingers, Semenyo, hard, weak foot. Cherky, hard. And striker, left foot. Right. How many subs we got left? We've got 2 subs left. Okay. We have got a couple of yellow cards. I mean, again, we don't have really the personnel to bring anyone on defensively, which is a shame, because I would take Maatson off. Bogart's the only player we've got on the bench who could come on. Francolino's got a bit of magic in him, but you know what? I'm actually going to put Tammy on. And we're going to make sure that these guys are looking for the target forward. We're not putting all of our eggs into the Tammy basket, but we want to make sure that we're servicing him as well as we can. And we'll do the same thing. In fact, you we won't do it with, but Ian we will. I'll keep you wide, stretching the play. Make sure Douglas doing everything right. He is. What about Ruben? Yeah, fine. It's not a good game, Ruben. Getting to go a bit more direct with everything. And do you know what? Let's just try and play him into the game a little bit more. Let's do some whipped crosses. And go to the playmaker. Won't quite go counter-attacking yet. But let's go with that. Let's see how we do. Alright. There's still changes we could make. The problem is we don't really have the players on the bench that I would want to bring on. Elliot's done well here. Oh, he's looking for Tammy. Couldn't quite find him. Okay. Shirky's going to win the foot race there, which is not great. Let me press these guys, please. Nicely done, Allison. Right, Morgan. So back to Allison Edward. He just dillied on the ball there. Didn't show enough intelligence to do what he needed to do. Consta did really well there. Tammy's going to get there. Back to Harvey. I tell you what, this has been great from kickoff. Elliot now into Morgan Rogers. He's got Tammy there. He doesn't need him. Morgan Rogers has scored. Tammy was there. He did not need him. And in the 92nd minute, second minute rather of added time, Morgan Rogers puts us 2-1 up. And we lead against Man City in the FA Cup. The cup run is on. The cup run is on. My word. I'm not even watching the play. Oh my God, Tammy's made it 3. Are we actually doing this to Man City? Are we actually doing this to Manchester City? Because I think we might be. I've forgotten how to make a clip. I've actually forgotten how to make a clip. I was going to clip that. I mean, the moment's gone. But we're 3-1 up against Man City in added time. What is happening? What is actually happening? Jerky's equalised. Well, not equalised. He's pulled one back. I don't really want to change the way that we're playing, to be honest. Okay, I've remembered how to correct the clip. God, the lads are doing so well. Morgan Rogers in particular is having a great game. The fact that Tammy got a goal as well is incredible. Morgan Rogers has had the worst possible game that he could have had. Ian Matson is now injured. I was going to take off Neves, but I can't now. He's just got an assist as well. He's just got himself back into the game. It's Bogarts is the only player who can come on. I'm going to change Neves to a deep line playmaker in the hope that he can settle down a little bit. What's Allison good at? Is he good at running with the ball? He is. So let's just ask Allison to run with the ball. Let's give him the ball and just make him run with it. Well, to be fair, let's not. That's what they'd be expecting us to do. Let's fewer risks, shorter passing, dribble less. And no, his strength is dribbling, so now that'd be harsh. Dribble more. Let's get him going to the byline. Bogarts. We'll have him be a fullback. Have him cross from deep. I'll have these guys being holding fullbacks. the back four central defenders. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 6 defenders done. Are they making any more changes? They have. Wherever you are, let's press the life out of you. Don't know what fussy is, that's the only problem. But we'll press the life out of him. That's the last substitution that they've made, I think. Going hard on him as well. And we won't do a weak foot. I'd do a weak foot if I knew what it was. Right. Oh, I've just made that change. It's not even half time yet. I thought it was half time of added time. Oh my god. Oh my god, Tammy. Tammy's made it 4. Tammy's made it 4. On the stroke of half time of extra time. Massive defensive errors from Man City. And it's Tammy of all people. What is going on? I am shocked by that. Genuinely shocked by that. And that is why we have our striker pressing. That's the exact reason why we do it. Wow. Okay. So we've already sorted Maatsen, that's fine. It does mean we now don't have a proper left back, which is slightly concerning. This also is going to mean we're shattered for our next league game. Like, utterly shattered. We're still going, by the way. We're still having chances. Never still having a poor game, but I can kind of forgive it at this point. Right. Instructions. I'm going to say we're going to time waste a bit more. Well, a lot more. We're going to hold our shape, and we're going to be more disciplined. I'm going to say everything else will keep. And then I'm going to put us down to balanced. Like, we don't need to stress ourselves now. We're just riding the game out. It's 2 goals for them to score. They've got 20 seconds left. We're there. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup. We've beaten Manchester City. This has got to be comeback complete, hasn't it? It just has to. It doesn't even matter if they score a goal here. And they have. It doesn't matter. They've not got enough time. Well, they don't have enough time. It's a great move. Let's slow the pace down as well. There it is. We've done it. Man City are knocked out of the FA Cup by Aston Villa. Some heroic performances. Tammy Abraham coming off the bench with the season he's had. Score 2 is incredible. Morgan Rogers has had a great game. Martinez has been superb as well. Concert out of position, still doing wonders. Ruben Neves was a bit of a concern. We will consider that going forward. That is a stunning performance. Again, that feels like comeback complete. Right, We're without Ian Matson for 2 weeks. Rodgers desperately needs a break, as does Konsa. Rodgers was man of the match. What a run of form he's currently on. So next game is in 5 days. We desperately need to rest some of these boys. So we'll give 4 days off to Esri and Morgan. We're going to need them to play though, that's the thing. That will change. You guys can all have that. We'll take you off there as well. You guys can all have 1 day. 1 day maybe. 2 days. We'll go 1 day. Allison can have like 3 days off. And then you two can have 4 days as well. What rested you? Yeah, I have. So Lindelof. Okay. So everyone is rested as we can rest them. Let's get a tentative lineup set up for the next game. Bogart's going to have to play. I think. Is Mings fit again? Mings is still injured. 10 days. Kamara, 4 weeks. Digne, 4 days. Digne's going to be back. So that's one bit of good news. John McGinn will have to return. I'm not against him returning, to be fair. I'm just taking Digne off. Digne's returning. What am I doing? Matty Cash. Back in 6. No, he's not going to be good. We're going to have to put some youngsters on the bench. We're going to have to. A lot of the good ones are too old to automatically be able to play, and they're not in the squad. A bit of a problem. Just looking for anyone who's... I mean, you are not good enough, but you're going to have to go on the bench. Anyone who is decent who can do it? Anyone who's at least 1.5 stars. Seeing anyone else? Right, you can go on the bench. I didn't want to do it for Digne. Digne is actually going to be fine. Grab Digne back. Burrows. Yeah, we'll get Burrows on there as well. Pop him on there. An extra body. Just in case. I have no intention of using any of these guys, by the way, but it's just going to be better off if we have them on the bench in case an injury happens. We're better off having a player on the pitch than not having a body there at all. Okay. And in terms of starting 11, there's actually nothing we can do. There's no one else we can put in there. So our defense is going to be the problem against Eagles. It is very much the defense. Offensively as well, we have to contend with the fact that Morgan Rodgers is shattered. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Tammy, I think, has cemented his place as a super sub. I'm not going to start him. We'll continue with Francolino. Francolino's been too good for us since he started to think about dropping him already. So that's about as good as we're going to get it for now. What a performance that was. If you'd have told me we were going to win our first game of the stream against Man City in the FA Cup, I wouldn't have believed you. Right, let's have a look at this coach advert. At the Mile Jedinak on there is quite amusing to me because he's a former coach at Aston Villa. Do a few things reasonably well. Louis Zhao, outstanding defence and possession. Tim Jenkins, very good possession, outstanding working with youngsters, very good attacking. Very good, very good. Okay, Louis Zhao's got to come in. Outstanding defensive. Say no more. Literally say less. Right, Louis Zhao in. Get Travis in as well. Ooh, okay, fine. We'll agree on that. That's fine. Mile. No. Tim. It's good technically, good in possession, good with youngsters. We'll get Tim in as well. I don't know how many coaches we can have actually. Okay, get Tim in as well. That'll do. Right, Borland's unhappy. There we go. Sorted, hopefully. If it is or not, completely other matter, but hopefully it will be. We put up a goalkeeping coach as well, didn't he? Dida is a goalkeeping coach. What world are we in where Dida is a goalkeeping coach? Nope. Very good. So he's outstanding. Vital is outstanding. Neil Sullivan is not. Mark Naylor is already here. Bettis is outstanding. Bono is okay. He's very good. We've got to go with one of the lads who are outstanding, really, haven't we? What else are they good at? He's good at a lot of stuff. Marco Noop. So let's get him in. Formerly goalkeeping coach of Brighton, so let's get him in as well. See whether we can negotiate him down. Yeah, we go. Happy days. Cool. Don't really care about sports scientists. Tim, didn't you go for another job? Sarah? Sarah? Not you. Because you used to be a sports scientist at Villa. Get back here. Why? Who let you go? Get back at the club. Okay. There we go. Get back in here. Don't trust anyone without a face, so not you guys. Maybe you. Bill at Southampton, no. We'll get Tim in. We'll get Tim. Formerly the head of sports science at Chelsea for a long time. He's got some knowledge, so he wants a fair bit of money. Let's try and reason with him. That's not very reasonable, Tim. That's still not very reasonable. That's a bit more reasonable. More than I wanted, but we'll take that. Physio, I think we just need one physio, so let's go with... She looks delighted, doesn't she? She looks really happy. Former Liverpool physio. I mean, is she good enough for Liverpool? She's good enough for us. Not costing a bomb either. Fine, she's in. Back in. Right, match prep. High press. Progression. Attacking corners. Emmy, Jaden, Francolino, all in the team of the week. That's the team of the week. Fabulous. Delighted with that. Wharton is showing pleasing progress, which is always good to see. Started showing as an inconsistent player. I'll agree with that. You're doing him sorting his life out. Don't even do this to me. Don't even do this to me. Oh, thank God for that. When's the game against Go Ahead Eagles? I think it's today. We might not have Emi Martinez. We actually might not have Emi Martinez for this game, which, as much as I've complained about him, we don't have another option who's good. Okay, no, it actually wasn't that day, so I have a bit more time. Okay, he wants to be off of that, that's fine. We'll make him off of that. Here we go. Sultan Zebe complaining about his Burnley play time. We've moved on from him being a viable option for us. So he formerly used to play for Villa a couple of times. Right. Digne's going to start. I'm not starting Bogard in the Champions League. No disrespect to him. I'm just not doing it. Cash is 1 day away from being able to play. Everyone else is either injured or unregistered. So there's not really much we can do other than go with this team. Martinez is fit though, which is, I would argue, the most important thing. So I'm okay with that. Right, let's set ourselves up for them. Clear instructions, apply all. And then we're gonna do the usual. And we'll press the defensive midfielders as well. Slory, pop him on his left foot. Ray, pop him on his left foot. Margaret, pop him on his left foot. Stefan Sigurdsson, pop on his right foot, and we'll go in hard on him as well. And Saray will go in hard on too. Okay. Do we make any changes with what we have? I think I might actually start Douglas Luiz. Obviously, ended up having a decent game, to be fair to him, so let me just make sure. That these guys are set up how I want them. Let me... I don't think this will have retained what I put on here before. Oh, it's retained that actually, which is good. Okay, pressing. Yeah. This is about right. Leave him to his own devices, but we just ask him to aim in a specific area. I think for you as well, let's do the same thing. Still pressing, which is great. Morgan, I'm going to leave you to do what you're doing. As long as you're pressing. Francolino, same. Leave you to do what you do. Just make sure you're pressing. Make sure you're doing exactly what we need you to do, which you are. Same with Anana. Perfect. I will just ask Dougie Luiz be a bit more direct with his passing, at least to begin with. And we'll see how we get on with that. But that is going to be the 11 for our playoff game against Go Ahead Eagles, who we beat in the league phase. It's away from home in the first leg. Let's see whether we can get a decent result to take back to Villa Park. Hopefully. We will see. Try and motivate them a little bit as well. Really, with the quality of their team, there should be no question on this. We should be winning. But that doesn't mean anything. So let's go out there and let's make it happen. Rather than just hope that it does. Come on, boys. They're through here very early on. They're just going for it. Right. That was a bit lazy from our whoever was defending there. They just ran with it and hoped for the best. Can we... Right, Constant as well. Douglas Luiz has to go back to Martinez. Right, we get possession. That's okay. Nothing ended up happening bad, but it wasn't a great start. We're still with the ball, which is a bit of a concern. Let's see what happens. Right, Conser. That's poor from Conser. I know he's tired. I know a lot of the team are tired, but we can't be sloppy. We cannot be sloppy, and we have been. And look what's happened. I am fuming with Ezri Konsa because he's the one who started that. I'm actually going to berate the team and go attacking. Not happy with that at all. We've been really sloppy there. We need to wake up. We're better than them by a lot. So let's start playing like it, shall we? Morgan Rogers, there we go. Francolino's dropped deep. Back to Morgan, to Onana. Out wide to Buendia. Goes past his man beautifully. Cuts back to Onana. Into Morgan. Into Douglas Luiz. Into Francolino. Into Morgan Rogers. So close to getting an equaliser immediately. I'm not happy with the sloppiness of Ezri Konsa there. A couple of the players, actually. So... we've got no excuse. We should not be defending this much. They're not that good a team. Douglas Luiz picked up a knock as well. We are picking up knocks. Oh my god. What is Emi Martinez doing there? What is he doing there? He's come out for the ball and missed it completely. I thought we had this. And Sigurdsson scores. What is happening? Like, their team is not good. They're one of the first wins that we got all season. I mean, okay, they're good enough to get out of the league phase, to be fair to them. I'm being a bit harsh on them, but... Right, Douglas Luiz, we need to take him off. Alright. Torres, again, doing the weird thing. Torres, Digne, Onana. He's gone for the shot. Oh my god. We're not meant to be long shooting, and we're long shooting. It's getting on my nerves. Right, Adam Wharton's going to have to come on. I'm demanding more. I can't believe we're 2 down. 1 sloppy, 2 is utterly obscene. The defence are having everyone's having a shocker today. If we can still throw the water bottle, you can bet that I'd be throwing the water bottle in this game. Right, Constance to Rogers. We need him, Francolino, Buendia, Sancho. We need these guys to make something happen here. Right, Wharton. Morgan. Morgan had another chance there. We got tackled. Digne goes for the shots. Again. Right, we're going to have to go work ball into box. Because we're just all over the place with our shooting. We're having plenty of shots. We're just not doing anything with them of any note. We're going to go in half-time 2-0 down. Possibly getting ourselves knocked out of the Europa League in the playoffs. Against Go Ahead Eagles. That's in no offence to Go Ahead Eagles fans, that's a bit embarrassing. I mean, okay, bear in mind as well, we've just come off of 120 minutes against Man City, where we beat them. We're ravaged by injuries. We've got squad registration issues. There are things that we can explain this by, but it's still not great. Right, Morgan Rogers has got to make it 2-1. He does. We're back in play. We're back in business. Stroke of half time. We needed that. But we need more. With second half, we need to come out like an absolute bulldozer. Right. Let's have a word with Emmy. Where's Esri? Word with him. Word with them. Jaden, we need you to step up, mate. And then the others will just say, carry on. Right. Second half, here we go. See if we can carry on. I might get the ball distributed to the playmaker, so we just get the ball straight to Adam Wharton. Right, we have a throw in here. Digne taking it again, which is weird. I need to have a proper look at my set pieces. We may do that after this game. Right, Digne into Lindelof. Onana, don't shoot. Torres, Lindelof, go wide. Yeah, Conser. Fine. Into Rodgers. Don't mind him having a long shot. He's actually decent at them and he's won us a corner, so that's okay. Right, Wharton to take. Torres was there, but just over. That's fine. That's okay. Good opportunity. Fire the boys up. Come on, lads. Let's go out there and get this done. Oh, come on, lads. Don't let them build anything. Don't let them build anything. Don't let them play through us. Brilliant. Really, really well done there. Right, Francolino out wide to Digne. Digne. He has got Rodgers here. I think it's Rodgers anyway. Positionally, it should be Rodgers. Adam Wharton. Oh, really unlucky there. Right. I'm going to... I am tempted... I want to keep Francolino on, but I want to also bring on Tammy. So I'm just debating how we do that. To be fair, Brendan is having a shocking game. Let's move Sancho over to here. Put Francolino out wide. So have a quick double check of what he prefers to be out wide. Let's be on the right, wide forward. Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case. So pop him as a wide forward. Bring on Tammy. Francolino. Okay, I can't do anything with his crossing, that's fine. Conser. We'll make sure he's going to target forward. Sancho. Target forward. Digne. Target forward. Let's just aim for Tammy. And then... go with some whipped crosses. Okay, now we've done all of that. What can we do with the players we've got on the bench? Not a lot is the answer. I'm going to put Esri in the middle. We'll put Lindelof out wide as fullback. Give Francolino a chance. Tammy's already on. We'll give Jaden a bit of time. We have got John McGinn who can come on. We've got Harvey Elliott. In fact, you know what? Harvey Elliott, actually. Let's just say Francolino's done for today. Let's just do it. Let's just make the difficult decision. But just keeping him out there because he might do something isn't the right thing to do. So let's get Harvey Elliott on. Let's get him whipping the ball into here as well. And let's get the ball distributed to Wharton. Yeah, we'll go with that. Then we've still got a couple of changes. John McGinn or Ruben Neves are probably the two that are going to be the likely candidates. But for now, stick with that. Man more from the boys. Their defense isn't even having a good game. It's just our finishing has just been woeful. I want to at least equalise in this game. Lack of highlights is very concerning. Right, highlight. We have the ball. Wharton to Lindelof. Over to Elliott. Elliott back to Wharton. Wharton to Onana. Rodgers. Onana. Wharton. Goes back to Onana. Back to Rodgers. Elliott. Wharton. Rodgers. Onana. Rodgers. Into Sancho. I think that might be offside. I think it might be offside. I'll be so happy if it's not. Come on, boys. Arms are in the air. Yes. Okay. It doesn't forgive how we started the game, but we finally get the equaliser in the 82nd minute. Let's see if we can get a winner in this one, and that will just make the second leg at home a little bit easier. Demand more from them again, because we shouldn't have been in this position in the first place. This should have been 2-0, 3-1. Comfortable. As we were down, I'll take a draw. So we've brought it back in the second half. I'll take that. Away from home in Europe, a draw is never a terrible result, but I'll say that one. I don't care that we equalised. That was a very disappointing game. Right, we desperately need to rest Rodgers and Konsa. We will have Matty Cash back now. Leeds United in 4 days. Douglas Luiz has got a knock for 3 days, so Adam Wharton will start. We'll bring in Fabinho onto the bench. We'll put... Again, Cash will be fit, so we'll bring him onto the bench. Konsa needs... Give him 3 days. I'll try and bench him if I can as well. Morgan Rodgers, I can't afford to bench. He literally is making the team sick. Unless we put Buendia there, we move the others around maybe. That could be the other thing that we do. Maybe. That could be the other thing that we do. Injuries have ravaged us a little bit here. Get Alisson back on the bench. Really poor game from Martinez, but he did, to be fair, he did just come back from an injury, so credit where it's due. Matty Cash will have to start. He'll just have to. And Morgan Rodgers, I think... Just double check Buendia's instructions. Everything is standard apart from he's crossing into the centre. So we'll pop him into the middle. And we'll start Harvey Elliott. And we'll swap Elliott and Sancho around. Yep, go with that. Now, Francolino's had 2 poor games. We'll go to rest him. He's already fully fit because we took him off. Okay, let's rest you guys. 2. Oh, we'll rest them for 3. And we'll rest you guys for 1. I don't know whether I've done training for this week. I had done training for this week. Brilliant. Actually, it's been amended though, so let's change that. This has been a completely different game week, I've just realised. So let's change it completely to a 2G game week and just see how it sets itself up. Okay, it's still got it wrong, but that's fine. Do a ground defense and a chance conversion. This will be a recovery. Match review. Already on there, which is great. We'll have this be a set piece one. Reese, hello mate, how you doing? I like doing my training. I would delegate it. I actually quite enjoy doing it. I'm one of those people. Apologies. I've got my own way of doing it. I've got my own routine set up and everything. Right, before the Leeds game, that is too much. Let's do some shot stopping and chance conversion. Disengaged or defending engaged? Do defending engaged. Transition, press, yeah, we want to be pressing, that's fine. They really won't. The assistant managers are notorious for years of doing really bad training selections. Really bad training selections. They will overwork them the day before a game. They won't put match reviews on. They honestly, they don't benefit your team. They really don't. When you do it yourself, obviously there's always a risk. The way I do my training, I risk getting more injuries, but the players are usually fitter and they usually grow a fair bit as well. At least from my experience anyway. In my experience, the assistant manager makes an absolute hash of training. And he just ruins them completely. Like, he doesn't react if an extra game gets added into a week. He doesn't react to that. The training just stays as it was. And you end up doing like a physical training session the day before a game, which is the last thing that you need. So yeah, I have a think about it. I have to do it myself. Unless it's like a rebuild or something, then that's slightly different. I'll kind of just let my assistant manager go wild on that. But this save, my Birmingham City save, it could do, but in my experience, it's been pretty across the board, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. For me, I'm going to be doing my own training. It's just the way that I'm built. We're going to do ball retention for that one, and then that'll do for that. And then the week after, that's a 1 game week, so let's throw a 1 game week in there. Shouldn't need to modify this much. In fact, not at all, I don't think. We'll just take a match tactics out of here. Pop a match review on, because they're really beneficial for tactical awareness. So I like to make sure we get the tactical reviews on. And then we'll change this to the chance conversion, and we'll amend this to goalkeeper distribution. Do a bit of practicing of that. I'll also quickly do the United one as well, and then we'll just crack on. Take the overall out. We're in the second half of the season. We don't need to overwork the players too much. We'll add in a defensive shadow play for that one. Then when I get to that week, we'll put in an attacking shadow play. Right, onwards. Leeds United. Anyway, Reese, how are you? Hope you are doing well, and hope you've had a lovely day. This beautiful Saturday. I say beautiful Saturday. I don't know if it's been that beautiful, actually. It's not really. It hasn't been here, but hopefully you've had a good day. Fingers crossed. That was an annoying game. Sloppy defending, sloppy goalkeeping. Doing alright, getting sick of myself with the save. Why are you getting sick of the save? What's happening to make you sick of the save? Do a bit of training, praising. Couple of games without good performances for Francolino, which is a bit concerning, but it is what it is. Raise everyone who's above an 8. Got to promoted from League 2 to League 1. Then second season came 7th 1 point playoffs. Okay. That's good so far, but I feel like there's a but coming. By the way, Victor Lindelof, 31 years old with an 8.2 rating. That's good going. And Tammy, oh, I thought Tammy was older than that, actually. Never mind. But Victor Lindelof doing absolute bits in training. So just confirm, second season you came 1 point off the playoffs in your first season in League 1. I mean, that's pretty good going. It's frustrating, I know, but that is good going. Like, if you build on that, you've got a team that possibly could do automatic promotion the following season if you get the right like changes in there. Last game of the season, needed to win, got a draw. Other team getting an 87th equaliser. Oh, the dreaded being FMs. That is rough. I can understand that, to be fair. I can understand that completely. I would also be a bit nuts at that. Okay, it's only 4 days, but my God, the injuries. We have had a lot of injuries this season. Well, this has felt like it. We probably haven't had a lot of injuries, but Leeds in 2 days. So Torres is out. I'm going to have to play Conser, aren't I? Even though I wanted to rest him from this game completely, I'm going to have to play him. Garcia will have to go on the bench. Yeah, we're going to have to. We dominated all game. That's the way, though. It's just, do you know what? The players don't always react to pressure well. So you do find that there's some games where they'll just collapse for no reason. It's so frustrating when it happens. But when it happens, it happens. But that team, I mean, if you can keep those players together and add to it, you've got a solid team for another attempt for your third season. And you could be in the championship in no time. Right. This is actually our first Premier League game of the stream. We played the FA Cup first, then we played Europa League. So, let's see how we do. Right. There we go, add a word with him. Spurs beat Arsenal, unlucky Arsenal. Right, John McGinn injures. 1 to 3 days, that's fine. He wasn't likely to start this game anyway, so. Oh, Mings has resumed training as well, so we've got another body who's potentially available, which is great. Okay. Let's get to this game and let's see if we can get ourselves a home win. That'd be lovely to get a home win in the league. We've only had a few of them, so it would be quite nice. Any dramatic changes? Well, first of all, we definitely need to put Mings on the bench. He is fully fit, he's just not fully match sharp. We'll take Bogard off the bench. Temptation to start Rodgers is real, but he desperately needs a rest, so I think we'll have him as our break glass in case of emergency player. Buendia can do attacking midfield well. Sancho can do left wing. We know Harvey Elliott can do right wing. Wharton comes in. Hopefully he can do some bits for us. I think we just have to go with that and hope for the best, I think. Well, we're doing an emergency save. We all know what FM can be like. And we'll do some opposition instructions. Clear that from the last game. Add those in. Let's do our usual. Get rid of these. We'll have a courtesy check of where Leeds are in the league in a minute as well. Right. Left foot. What was left foot, wasn't it? Yeah. Okafor. Fine. Buonanotte. Up on his right. Ayo Tanaka. Left foot. Stash. Left foot. And press the central midfielders as well. Give that a bit of a go. Just to try and unsettle them a bit. Goalkeeper. Why have we got that set up? Let's get rid of that. We don't want that. Coincidentally though, no. Let's say if it said right only, we'd do it, but we won't. Okay. That's the 11. A little bit ravaged by injury and fitness. Don't really want to start Esri Konsa, but we kind of have to. Don't really want to start Matty Cash, but we have to. John McGinn, I've just thought we need to take him off. Douglas Luiz can be replaced. Douglas Luiz injured, was he? I think why he wasn't in the squad. That's a bit weird, but it is what it is. We could put Leon or Ross on the bench. You know what? We'll put Leon on the bench actually instead of Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves hasn't. He's had a decent performance here or there, but last time he really didn't endear himself to me. He didn't cost us anything other than wages, so if he doesn't work out in this 6 months, we just sell him on. Right. Let's see if we can get ourselves another win in the league. Hopefully we can. Right. We're at home. We'll have a look at the table in a moment. We'll see where Leeds are. We'll see what we can do. Aim is a win. That's a team we should be able to defeat. Not saying it'll be easy, but we should be able to do well against them. They're not in the top half, which is good. We're now 11th, I think. The 17th. We need to be getting a point. We need to be getting the points here. Right, let's do it. Villa Park. Do it. Come on, boys. Right. Last couple of games we've had, they've been a kind of an extended highlight from kickoff. I thought we might be having the same thing there, but no, we are definitely not. Right, can we get the ball off of Buonanotte? No, Konsa. Lovely work there from him. Right, Buendia gets taken out. He's just not got a lot of strength. That's the only other thing with Buendia in the middle. He does get caught out by strong players. It's put us under the cosh a bit here, and there we go. We can see the goal. And it's Buendia. That's a shame. That is a shame. Because he can do really well in that role, but he's been bullied off the ball there. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, but let's just carry on for a little bit. Let's see if we can kind of react quite quickly to it. Okay, we got the ball back. Right, Buendia, can he recover? Ball to Harvey Elliott. Go out wide to Cash. He's got Cash. And to Cash into the box now. Across into Francolino. Francolino is back. Don't know where he went, but he went somewhere. It was lovely work from Buendia to not lose possession. We ended up getting it out wide to Cash. Cash drills it across. Francolino's there. And we make it 1-1. Back in the game. Let's see if we can carry on that and get another goal. Possession-wise, we're doing better than them, but we are struggling to get chances from the looks of things. Right, free kick here for Stash. What a free kick that is. To be fair, what a free kick that is. Martinez, I think, is having a stinker again. But I can't really put him completely at fault for that. That was just an incredible free kick. There's nothing we can do about that second goal. Other than not give away the foul. But can only do so much. Right, we've got a free kick here. Buendia into Sancho. Sancho's just in the box here. He's just decided he wants to go and get a cheeky goal. It's a basketball game. We're just end to end. Just ends to end. Again, our defence, which started the season being the one thing that wasn't too bad, a little bit flaky today. But other than that, we're doing all right. If we can just put a plug in the defence now, that would be great. And we could just focus on scoring goals. I'd be quite happy with that. Set piece. They've got another set piece. It's corner this time. Was the free kick was just a direct shot. Can we clear this, please? No. BL ended up heading it out. It's corner. It's not corner. It's goal kick, rather. They're doing quite well. It's a bit disappointing that they're doing as well as they are. We're struggling to shut them out here. Defensively, we clearly need to be doing something different to what we are. Stash is having a great game from the looks of things. I'm just thinking, Wharton, let's change him to a deep liar. Let's have him sticking around at the back a little bit more. In the hope that maybe we can plug the defence a little bit more with that. They've had so many shots. We need to wake up a little bit here because we could really get caught out here. We need to get at them a bit more. Right, Martinez with the ball. Don't just launch it. You've got options either side of you. Take one of them. He's going to launch it. Exactly what I didn't want him to do. Right, Francolino. We do get the ball. Okay, we've got possession, actually, so that's okay. Right, Sancho. What a ball that is to Francolino. Good save from Perry. It's actually gone out for a throw-in. That was a really good save. Not a great first half from us, it has to be said. We've hung in there, but they are all over us. Unacceptable. Right. Defensively, what can we do to kind of turn this around? Because they have just been at us, haven't they? Let's go to balanced on that. Let's go the playmaker. I'll try some witch crosses for a change. Mix things up a little bit. Right. A decent start from us from the looks of things, although they've had a shot very quickly apparently. Right, highlight. Digne with the throw. Sancho. Banana. Goes back to Lindelof. Wharton on a yellow card. Oh, Elliott's got through. He's got to. He doesn't. Oh, Harvey. Harvey. You cannot be doing that. I was so happy starting this save when we sold Tielemans because we had enough money to justify signing Harvey Elliott because I really wanted to, and he's just not been good. And I am regretting that signing now. Come on, Francolino. No, Wharton. Jaden. Jaden. And we lead for the first time. We lead for the first time in a relatively frustrating game. Get in there, boys. Okay. It's only one goal. Only one goal lead. Doesn't mean anything. Does not mean anything. Buendia with the corner. Let's see whether we can get another quick goal just to give them a bit of a gut punch. That would be great. Right, Anana into Wharton. Ball to Buendia. Francolino's there. Offside. It's okay. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Right, possession again. Digne. Back to Lindelof. Not had the best of games, Lindelof. Neither was Digne. I think we might bring Mings on just to freshen things in the defence up. Cash cuts back nicely into Wharton. Lovely play. I don't really know how that got through, but Wharton gets it to Buendia. And from making an error that led to us conceding the first goal, Buendia's redemption is complete. Wharton as well has had a very good game. He has thrived since changing to a deep line playmaker, which we were having problems with that position, so it's a bit weird. But I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Right. We'll let the highlight play out, and then we'll make some changes. It is about that time. Oh, Wharton does well. But then Elliot doesn't. Elliot's on 6.5. He's had a bit of a stinker. He will be one of the changes. Ball through. Nonto's there. It's pulled one back. Our defence has been kind of paper thin today, and it is really frustrating. Really, really frustrating. Digne, Lindelof. I'd like to take both of them off, but I can't. Elliot's got to come off. We'll bring on Allison. Bit of energy. Lindelof will Digne. Again, in an ideal world, we take both of them off, but I don't have the players to do it. It's going to have to be Mings on for one of them. I'd probably say for Lindelof. And then we just have a word with Digne and tell him to sort his life out. Right, defensively, we need to do something because we are just struggling to push them up and keep them out of the way. I'll tell you what. Drop outside. I'll try and stop crosses coming in. Let's give it a go. They've given it a good game today. To their credit, they've given it a really good game today. We'll demand more from the boys. Because we just keep conceding. Scored 3 goals in a row. And then we let one in again. Right, more chances please, boys. Every time they get the ball around here, I do get nervous. And now they're piling on more pressure. If we look at the momentum. Momentum's actually been in our favour more than anything. It's just chances. Right, don't launch it. Just roll it out. He's right here. He's launching it. I've asked him not to launch it, and he goes and launches it. But we do get possession. That's okay. Right, Buendia to Allison. Go out wide. No, he's gone to Francolino. Won a corner. I was just wondering whether it was a corner or whether it was a goal kick. It's ended up not doing anything, but fair play to Allison. That was decent there. Right, Francolino. Anana. Jaden. Gives the ball away. Yep. But we get possession back. Right, Wharton. He's giving the ball away, Wharton there. He's been doing really well today, and he's gone and done that. Can we defend it, please? Whoa! Why are we not defending that? Are we throwing it away again? Throwing it away again. We just don't know how to. We don't know how to defend, and it's so frustrating because we have great games, and then we've had a 4-4 randomly today that we don't need. That is so frustrating. I don't have anyone to bring on for Digne. That's the problem. Otherwise, that's what the change I'd be making. Garcia can't play there. I could bring Fabinho on, actually. And we could do that. I don't know if that's a wise thing to do. Bring Fabinho on at centre-back. Mings comes on as a full-back on this side. But we're going to have to do something because we just keep shipping goals. And I'm getting really, really fed up of it, to be honest. I'm going to go hard tackling on these guys, which is a bit risky, but I'm getting a little bit fed up of just letting them through. Let's have him be a covering centre-back. Just tweak it a bit, and then I'm going to go attacking. Let's just try and make them worry about us for a bit. Wharton's having a good game other than that, so we'll bring on Douglas Luiz as the next change. And then the attacking four are doing fine, so I won't make any changes there. Martinez, to his credit, hasn't ended up doing terribly, but I'm so disappointed that we keep conceding. Oh my god, it's been checked for VAR. It's been given anyway. If that got disallowed, I'd be so happy. Right, let's just see if we can get a winner. We've been good value for a winner, but 2 draws in a row when we really should have won both games will be really frustrating. Right, let's just see if we can get something going here. We have not got long, but we have the ball here. Right, Fabinho to Edwards. Looking for Buendia, can't find him. Right, they've got the ball. Let's get the ball off of them, please. I don't want to mess about. Just tackle them. Yes, Adam Wharton, Francolino, Buendia. Goes out wide to Sancho. Sancho now. Driving forward in the 89th minute. Alisson Edward is there. We have to score there. It's a corner, but we have to put it in the back of the net. Oh, God. I'm choking on my own disappointment. Oh, right. Get the ball off them here, please, boys. Get the ball off of them, please. I don't want us to do the same thing and just let them build up. We're letting them build up. Alisson's just run through us. Fortunately, he just goes for a silly shot. But we've given the corner away we didn't need to. They've been all over us today. They're further down the table. I don't really understand this performance today. I know we've got injuries. But that is a shoddy defensive performance. I'm going to say I'm not happy. And I'm furious with the defence. The defence were the problem there. We scored 4 goals. Attack was not the problem. But our defence definitely let us down in that game. I'll change you to a deep liar from now on. Which I was thinking of doing anyway, but we're definitely doing it now. Conser has had to play another game where we didn't want him to because of injuries. 3 days, so we'll give him a 2-day rest. Another reasonably poor performance from Martinez. Digne, we wouldn't be playing him if Matson was fit. He's 5 days away from full fitness. McGinn's back into, Torres is back into, so we're getting a few players back. Ruben Neves gonna have to come onto the bench. Alisson, I would love to. How did he go down to a 6.7? He was on a 7.1 at some point. Anyway, well. Struggling. McGinn's going to have to go in there. Burrows will have to go in there. Torres can go there. Bogard can go there. Matson's not going to be anywhere near ready. Garcia can't play. Of course he can't because he's not registered. So we'll do that and unpick him. How did Mings doing that one? Poorly. So Conser's going to have to continue. Lindelof's going to have to continue. Right, we'll have a word with you. Recent form. Okay. What position are we training him in? Winger. So let's train him to be an inside winger. Train him to be the position he's playing in. That might be a good idea. Right, let's return Jaden to that side. Let's put Buendia back there. Put Morgan back in. We'll keep Francolino in. We just need the defence to sort their lives out a little bit. Is anyone having a really poor run of games? Ruben Neves. Recent form. John McGinn is kind of a forever problem, to be honest. Right. We'll just have to go with that as the 11 for the next game. Again, it's at home against Go Ahead Eagles. We should be able to batter them. We might go with the old formation of pushing the centre mids up just to really pen them into their own half. I haven't rested people, I've just thought. I haven't rested anyone. Tomorrow. We should be okay. Should be okay. I missed the training thing as well. What was it? Match prep. Oh, they did high press anyway, that's okay. As long as it's high press, I'm not worried. What are they recommending tactically? We might go attacking. Right, we'll do that one. Okay, we'll sort that out when we get to the right page, actually. Right, Neves has got a report on him. As possession as a defensive midfielder. Oh, okay, fine. We'll take you off of it then. Sorted. Okay. Let's guess. Just a win on the board. Let's get through to the next rounds. Let's just do it. I'll tell you what, we're going to change Francolino to an outlet centre forward as well. Okay. So, next match. Going to stop them crossing, apparently. Because apparently they're good at it. Take that off. And then from an attacking point of view, we're going to go down our left side. And we're going to be patience. I'll leave everything else as it is for now. I think we are just running at them anyway, so what did it say? It said something about the tactical advice. Oh, it's not there anymore. I'm not marking these guys. It's not happening. Ever. Why is it not letting me? Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Right. Left foot. You want to see me doing better at Football Manager, Reese? That save is definitely the one to look at. Very, very much so. Right, so left foot, and right foot, going hard, and pop him on his left. This guy caused us problems last time. We're going to go in hard on him. And again, we're going to press you guys. I'm not going to press their centre, or do I? No, I am going to press their centre mids. And then I am just debating, do we... Don't even know what's going on there. Let me clear that slot. No, I don't want to clear it. Let me copy that one. And then I'm just going to return to this for a moment. I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I'm just weighing up the pros and cons. That's fine. And then Wharton would be a midfield playmaker. Again, fewer runs, less dribbling, more risks, more direct, tackle harder. And everything else is the same. I'm just debating whether we do that and go attacking. Because we can always go back to the other one if we need to. I might do that. Just try and give them less room to work with. Is what I'm thinking of. Put Buendia's training as a... the right position, which he currently wasn't. Make sure he is. Make sure Rogers is training as the right position as well. It's a bit late in the day to be worrying about this, but we'll make sure that they're doing the right thing. Look at Cash. No, I know. We don't have the bodies to worry about it. That's the problem. Concert needs a rest desperately. I don't want to put Torres and Mings in there to begin with. I'd rather bring them on. What I'm thinking is we're just going to go with it as to begin with. And then on the tactic. Oh, thank you. Oh, it does this. It does this sometimes. There we go. It's cleared. I was going to say, he hasn't moved around, so that shouldn't have done anything. That's fine. Cash's fitness is a worry, though, but we are struggling for fitness with a few players. We've had some just unfortunate injuries as well. So we had that to worry about with Cash as well. Right. Let's just go into it. We need to win this one. 2-2 last time wasn't good enough. 4-4 against Leeds wasn't good enough. So let's go out there. Let's just batter them. Let's just batter them this time. That's the plan. Whether it works or not is another matter. Haha. Say that one. Let's just ease the pressure a little bit. Okay. Win this, and we are through to the Europa League knockouts proper. Again, I don't like how much we're letting them run forward, but we've managed to nick the ball off them beautifully there. Buendia now into Rodgers, back to Buendia. Rodgers will have benefited from that little break of the last game. He's now on the ball in their box. Back to Buendia. Over to Wharton, and Wharton, do you know what? His recent form has deserved a goal. Not even, I was going to say 20 minutes. It's not even 20 minutes. It's literally 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, and we've gone ahead already. Beautiful. Exactly what we wanted. Exactly the kind of start we wanted. More of the same. Let's just carry on with that. I'd like a quick seconds just to settle us in a bit more. Right, Digne. Just drop that down a bit. Here comes Digne. Into Morgan. Back to Wharton. Rodgers. Out wide to Buendia. Lovely work from Buendia there. Into Rodgers. Rodgers cuts it back to Francolino. Corner. I thought Morgan might try and keep it in there, but I'm not mad that he didn't. We have got the set piece. It's going to be a short one from the looks of things. It is. Matty Cash gets it back to Buendia. Onana, Buendia, Cash. Onana, Digne. Cash, Onana. Save, another corner. Lovely work. We have got work the ball into the box on. Wharton. Short corner to Cash. Didn't expect that. Now he whips it in. Looking for Lindelof. Very close. Nicely worked set piece there. I didn't expect it to be a short corner, actually. We've put them under some serious pressure in that first 10 minutes. It's exactly what we want to be doing. Let's carry on and do more of the same. Wharton's having a good game. The attacking midfield three is having a good game. Francolino's struggling a little bit. But again, he could do that and then just pop up with a goal. And then score a hat-trick, because that's just what he does. Right, Francolino, speaking of, on the ball. Goes out to Buendia. Into Wharton. Rodgers. Looking for Cash out wide. No, Francolino gets back to Wharton. Now he gets it to Cash. Cash now, doing everything himself there. Whipping it in, looking for Francolino. Heads it over. Heads it over. Not particularly good from Francolino. That's fine. We're starting to get the best out of Tammy Abraham, so if we need to bring Tammy on, only 2 on target's a bit of a worry. Could take the tempo down a little bit, but I don't know whether I want to do that. Because I think our relentless pressure is definitely helping us against them. Right, Digne. Oh, referee, you've got to have a word there, surely. Surely you've got to have a word there. Oh, Onana just really good work there. Rodgers now into Francolino. Out wide to Cash. Whips it in. Rodgers is there. Oh, just wide. We're getting chances. With low crosses. We're doing a very, very good job of not doing low crosses. I would quite like us to maybe be a little bit more conscious of where we're crossing the ball here, because we're not really doing a good job of anything, really. Right, we've given a free kick away here. Can we get the ball off of them relatively quickly here? Right, Cash is going to be under that. Let's it back to Martinez, lovely. And we get to reset. Right, ball to Lindelof, out wide to Digne. Onana. Gets to Morgan. Morgan Rogers now. Driving forward with the ball as he loves to. Into Sancho, out wide to Cash. Sancho has been a bit of a passenger today. Ball's whipped in. Morgan's there. Can't quite get it. It's going to be a throw-in. Again, some more lovely play. We have played some good football today, but our finishing has been a little lacking. Francolino hasn't really been on it. Would be nice to see him do a bit more. Whips in. No, do you know what? Morgan Rogers will do it all. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 7 in his last 9, by the way, for Morgan Rogers. Lovely stuff. And it was Onana with the assist as well. It has to be said, Francolino, I think, he's doing his job in a way, because he's distracting other players. And Rogers, what performance he's had today so far. Right, can we get the ball off of them? Yes, Onana. That was a proper havoc clearance as well. Right, Rogers. Francolino was making his run. He had to kind of curtail it a bit, and now he has to hold the ball up. He's doing that quite well in this game. Just he's not having much goal-mouth action. Right, Francolino. That is why we don't worry about his rating too much, although he might be offside. I did think that a moment, and I have seen the flag go up, and obviously we've had the text about it. I would really like this if it wasn't offside. It is offside. The hands didn't go up. The hands did not go up in the air like they just don't care. It's unfortunate. Let's have a look at the pass. Was it offside? I'm not sure about that. If it was, we're talking very fine margins. But we're 2-0 up. That's the main thing. 4-2 overall. More the same in the second half, please, lads. Individual. Where is he? Francolino. Say that to him. Say that to everyone who's not on green. And we'll go again. What we're doing is absolutely fine, so we will go again. Right. I was going to say, are we going to get one of those highlights that actually leads to something straight away from kickoff? No, we're not. That's absolutely fine. Right. Konsa. Lindelof. Out to Digne. Digne to Buendia. Kind of just launched it at him, but it's fine. What a ball that is to Morgan Rogers. What a ball that is. It gets it out wide to again to Buendia. Just waiting patiently. Onana. Decided he wanted the goal there. He's ended up winning a corner for us, but he clearly wanted the goal. Getting a little bit more into it in terms of shots on target. However, we do have a corner to defend. Whipped in. We haven't defended it. Kramer has pulled one back for them. We're going to demand more from the boys. They should be rushing to get the ball and going back up there because they're only one behind now. Right. Can we convert this into a bit more? I think we're going to have to take Francolino off, aren't we? His link-up play has been solid today. That's not been the problem. It's just his actual playing as a striker has been the problem. Right, Francolino now on the ball. Goes back to Sancho. I'd love him to make a run now. He is making a run now. Oh, that's poor from Onana. That's poor from Onana. And, oh my word, where is Digne? Where was Digne? Right, Francolino. Highlight continues. Well, it ends now. Right. I keep Francolino on for a little bit, but Digne, that was really poor from him. So, Mings is going to come on as a fullback. And Konsa is going to replace Matty Cash as a fullback. And Torres is going to come on. We'll swap those two rounds. Conster's not having a great game, but we'll move him out to fullback anyway. Cash was playing well, but just fitness-wise, I'm a bit concerned. Mings is complacent. We'll have to have a word with him. Francolino, again, I'm going to leave him for a little bit longer. But I'm going to change him to a centre forward. Let's have him do a bit of everything. Right, come on, boys. Let's just see if we can get that third just to ease things up a little bit. Right, we have a throw in. Mings to take. Rodgers. Rodgers into Sancho. And that might be offside. Not going to celebrate just yet. I don't think I'll be able to cope with 2 disallowed offside goals. I think it's offside. It's offside, 2 disallowed goals. Can you believe it? And the first one, I maintain, really shouldn't have been disallowed. Right, let's have a look at this. It's Francolino who's offside. There's not even the goal scorer. It's Francolino. That's so annoying. Right, Francolino can come off. Tammy can come on. Make sure that Torres and Consa are the right way around as well. Right, we'll get these guys looking for Tammy. Right for you to go to the byline. And actually, you were cutting inside before as well, so let's get you doing that again. Oh, it's not a terrible cross, so we will give you the instruction. And we'll just ask you to cross from deep. Sponsor we won't worry about. And you two will make sure they're the right way around. Right, carry on. Again, a bit of defensive sloppiness has cost us a little bit today. And a little bit of attacking laziness, maybe, to a degree. Right, let's get the ball off of them. Ball to Sancho. Right, let's get forward now. Let's be a little bit careful. Rodgers. Just at his swashbuckling best at the moment. Cut back here. No, he's going forward. Doesn't need to. He's Morgan Rodgers. Cuts it into Tammy. So unlucky there, but we do win a corner. And we now have Tammy, another aerial threat on the pitch. Wharton is going to take the corner. Solid game from him today, which is good to see. I'd really like to make it 3-1 with this attack. Tammy was looking for it. We've just let Rome run and get the ball. We've got defenders swarming back. Right, Morgan has ended up... Morgan Rodgers is everywhere today. What a performance he's had. Right, Tammy to Morgan. Morgan again. Jadon Sancho. Go out wide to Esri. Right, get Esri Consa involved. Into Adam Wharton. Wharton out to Consa. Whips it in. Emi Buendia back to Rodgers. Nice attempts. We still keep the ball here, which is good. Good retention of the ball here. Right, Morgan. Tammy. Jadon. Didn't fancy it. Jadon again. Tammy. Adam Wharton. Buendia loses the ball. We're going to get the ball back though. Onana. Again, our recycling has been pretty good actually recently. Wharton. Into Consa. Goes back to Lindelof. Onana. Back to Lindelof. Into Wharton. Over to Torres. Out wide to Mings. What a pass that is to Morgan Rodgers. That's a beautiful pass. Cuts back. Buendia cuts inside, drills it into Tammy, hits the post. So unlucky. Great phase of play. Really good phase of play, but we just couldn't get it to amount to anything. I'm going to drop back to this... No, I'm not going to drop back to the tactic. I'm just going to drop these two back. A little bit more defensive coverage getting to the final phase of the game. We've got 2 more substitutions we can make. I take Jadon off. He's actually not been great today. Harvey can come on. And... I mean, the midfielders are doing well. I'm just thinking energy more than anything. Can Douglas Luiz feels like the answer to that. I'm going to bring him on for Douglas Luiz. Sorry, Douglas Luiz on for Onana. I think it's going to be the one we do. Again, I'm just thinking freshness more than anything. Right. Highlight again. This is before the change. Lindelof and Constance passing it between them. Wharton. Back to Torres. To Onana. To Wharton. Rodgers. Tammy. Tammy goes for it. Ends up pulling a save though, which is good. And we now have another corner, which we're not going to see, but that's absolutely fine. We've made this one really hard work, much more hard work than it needed to be. But we're nearly there. We really should have scored more than 2. Again, we've had one of those games where we're just struggling to get the ball. I mean, the goalkeeper's not had a good game, so it's one of those where if we'd have got more shots on target, we'd be 4 or 5 up, like the Brighton game, but we just haven't been able to unlock it today. Right, Elliot, Tammy, Elliot. Gonna have to cut back here, he does. Into Adam Wharton. Douglas Luiz has gone for it. He's forced to save out the keeper. It is a corner. We're approaching added time. A third just finished things off here. Douglas, just find someone, mate. Just get it on the head of someone. Pau Torres. Tyrone. Esri. Anyone. We've got 4 centre-backs out there. Pick one of them. Whips it in. Pau Torres. There we go. What did I say? And we are through to the knockouts proper finally. It has to be said, we have had 2 disallowed goals for offsides that we really shouldn't have had disallowed. I would die on that hill. But I will take the fact that we have been pretty comfortable in this game. I mean, if we've got a 4th, I'll be even happier. But we have been fairly comfy in this game. Right, Douglas Luiz. Back to Wharton. Over to Harvey. Harvey. Conser. Back to Harvey. Conser. Wharton. Elliot. Douglas Luiz. Went for a worldie. Wins a corner. If he wants to pick out someone else from the corner, Douglas, that'd be great. We're not going to see it though, and that is the game. We are through finally. A lot more hard work than it needed to be. We had a good game in the end, but Francolino is starting to concern me a little bit. I'll say that. It was a good performance. Forwarding. Goal scoring. That was the problem in that game, but that's the main thing. So yes, another good performance from Rodgers, who is very much the talisman of this team. Fine. Okay, we won't praise him for a bit. Understood. Understood completely. Right, let's just make sure we give the players a rest. So, Wolves is... we've not given ourselves a lot of time to give them a break, because I went on a day. So we've got 1 day that we can realistically do it. We've still got Morgan and Esri, who desperately need an extended break that they're just not going to get. So 1 day. We'll give Francolino a day's rest as well. He has struggled a little bit recently. Started off like an absolute house on fire. Didn't play in Europe, obviously. Didn't play well against Newcastle. Scored against Brentford. Scored against Bournemouth. Hat-trick against Brighton. Then he's only scored once in his last 4. He's a little bit concerning. So we need to get him back to firing at his best. Sure, he's not far off of that. We've also got Boubacar Kamara coming back very, very soon as well, which is nice. Right. Copy that. Make it attack. Raise you to there, raise you to there. I've used the playmaker. Want to have that as a permanent option. direct. But again, I want this position to be a little bit more static. He's already far enough up the pitch anyway, so we don't need him to have any crazy ideas. Make sure he's on shoot less often as well. Yeah, that's fine. And then yeah, everything else there is absolutely fine. Right, Conser, I can only afford to rest you for 1 day. Same with Morgan as well, which is deeply frustrating. Especially with it being Wolves coming up. I really want to beat Wolves. After the last time we played them, they beat us. I don't know if it's the last time or the time before. The Carabao Cup, they're the ones who knocked us out. So we want revenge. Now, Torres isn't really up to full fitness. Neither is Tyrone Mings. Well, Tyrone Mings is getting there, but I'm still a bit dubious about putting him on the pitch. So we'll see what the fitness is like, and then we'll reassess. Digne, I'd love to take out. Maatsen is almost there, to be honest. So we'll whack him on the bench. We'll do that for Burrows. Starting to look a little bit better on the fitness front. Make sure you're getting some under 21 game time while you're not in the first team squad. We'll do the same for Fabinho as well. I think Fabinho and Neves haven't worked out as transfers, if I'm being completely honest, but they were worthwhile giving a go. Right, not mid-block. We don't play with the mid-block. Let's do progression. And we'll keep to those. Crack on. We've got the draw for the next rounds coming up. And we have Braga. Okay, 4th in Portugal. It's going to be an interesting one. João Moutinho, at 39 years of age, in their defensive midfield. That's an interesting pivot point to have in the midfield. They've also got Horta, who's a decent player. It's going to be an interesting one when we get to that. Going to be a very interesting one. We've got that coming up after FA Cup against Norwich, which we should win these next 2 games, but they are both away. And we just have been a bit all over the place this season, so... Right, let's get through these. Wharton, Sancho, Franklina and Rodgers all doing well in training. I won't praise them this week. I don't want to get into the same situation I had with Morgan when I praised him before. Right. Currently 10th in the league, so we have recovered quite nicely. This game against Wolves is an opportunity to build on that. Right. So, sports scientist, I thought we'd sorted this. How many sports scientists do we need? Medical team, sports scientists. One, and I've offered one, so okay. Sure, why do I care? I'll do that one. Right, we'll have a look at the tactical advice they give us. Have a check. So, lower line of engagement. I don't see that as being the case, to be honest. We did that in the last game and we really struggled. We are already pushing up as much as we can. That's terrible advice, to be honest. I don't really see any of that advice actually doing anything. We'll check where Wolves are in the table in a moment as well. Let's get these... staff members in. Money, we're still doing okay. We are expected to beat Wolves, even though it isn't their place. They're right bottom of the Premier League. There's no excuse if we don't win. The worst performing defensive player is their player and their team. I love how it's recommending Karim Adeyemi, as if we can be able to do that. Francolino still wins February Young Player of the Month, despite the fact that he did drop off a little bit. Ferran Torres, who we looked to bring in, won February Player of the Month, which is quite amusing. But why we're finding that out when we couldn't get him, I don't really know. That feels a little bit silly to me. Right. We'll get these guys on a language course if they need it. The 450k is going to be going out each month. So only 10 million of our 38 million debt is... Oh god, we've still got a transfer budget to spend, haven't we? Forgot about that. Well, we need to start thinking about spending that on players to bring in for next season, maybe. So we've managed to turn things around. From where we were to where we are now is pretty good, to be honest. We are absolutely shattered out there, aren't we? Right, I'm going to have to start Torres. I'm going to have to start him. Wharton is tired as well. We'll start Douglas Luiz. And I guess we'll start Harvey Elliott. And again, I'm going to keep going with Francolino. Yeah, we're going to have to go with that. So the only player who is not very fit is Morgan, but he's been on fire. We can't not have him at least start the game. If we can get ahead, then I'm happy to bring on John McGinn, and what will be, will be. Or even Brendir can go there and we can shift Jaden back on there. But I'm going to take Wharton out completely to resist the temptation. And we'll put Allison into there. Because if we decide we want to bring on Ruben Neves, we can always shift him along. And then let's have a look at the attacking tactics. That's fine. A quick look. Change the music we've got for the last half an hour. I'm probably going to be finishing at midnight, more than likely for the stream, by the way. Right. A bit more expressive. Take that off. Keep everything else as it is, and then out of possession. I'm quite happy for that to be how it is. Right, opposition instructions. Clear, fly, do the usual. I hear a noise which suggests that someone has decided to do us a favour and do a little cheeky raid. It's Tony Jameson. Tony Jameson, how the devil are you?
Hello there.
Has been quite a while. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever that was. I've got the wrong screen up to find that. Chasing Lamely. Chasing Lamely or Chasing Lamley? I want to get it right. Let me know. But thank you very much for the follow. It's been a long time, Tony. It's been a long time indeed. How the devil are you? And how was your stream? And thank you everyone who's come over with Tony. It's much appreciated. Chaser 2K6, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Life is treating me pretty well. I've hated Football Manager 26 for quite a while, but I feel like I'm finally getting to grips with it. This save has been a roller coaster. Life in general has been fine. I'm getting married this year. Fun fact for everyone watching, get married this year. But I'm good, mate. How are you? I hope everything's going well. Blight Spartans, thank you very much for following. Very much appreciate it. As you can probably tell, we are Aston Villa. Well, this is Wolves, but we're playing as Aston Villa. We had a rotten start. We had the board had a word with us. They told us it wasn't good enough, and then we had to pick things up. We've picked things up, but we're having a bit of not a wobble in this episode, but we're not doing as well as we were. So we're hoping that we can just get that right with a win against Wolves today. There's Lamely. Brilliant. Thank you. Appreciate that, Chasing Lamely. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Tony, as well. I really appreciate that. Okay, right. Let's actually try and win a football game without any kind of question marks around it. Wolves are bottom. We should be smashing them. But the way that our season has been, I genuinely am worried. And the fact that they beat us earlier in the season has got me a bit terrified. I'm not going to lie. Welcome to my world, thank you. FM is doing FM. We're 7 seasons in the National League North, but now we're in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and somehow I've gone from 2nd to 8th tonight. Okay. There's a lot to unpack there. I won't lie. There is a lot to unpack there. 4th round of the FA Cup. Yeah. 2nd to 8th. Not happy with that second one. It's fine. You'll recover it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Remind me, who's the team? Remind me who you're playing as. And fingers crossed, you will turn it around. I've got no doubt you'll turn it around. You'll be absolutely fine. You know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. As much as any of us do. Hwanky-chan, you've caused me problems before. I kind of want to smash you, so let's do that. Gomez, we'll pop him on his left foot. His bravery's quite high. And then we're going to press James Milner because he's an old man, and hopefully we can just make him make a mistake. Press him onto his weaker left foot. Darlington, okay. We've gone from 12 wins in a row to only conceding 1 goal to tonight's shower of you know what. My season's been the opposite. The shower started first. In fact, I'll show you. It doesn't. I can't even. So for context, we're currently 10th at Aston Villa, which feels like it's underperforming, right? It's season 1. It's probably we should be a little bit higher up, right? Yeah. So. First game of the season is Newcastle there. That's a friendly, so ignore that. Beat Everton. Then didn't win again from the 13th of September. Did not win again until the 6th of November. And this is not when the board had a word with us. The board were fine at this point. They were just like, yeah, let him carry on. Let him carry on. We couldn't beat Zvona Zvezda. We couldn't get past them in the Europa League. Couldn't beat Burnley. Couldn't beat Fulham. Couldn't beat Sunderland. Couldn't beat Wolves. They knocked us out of the EFL Cup. That's why this game means a lot. Then we had a really good November, to be fair. We really turned it around in November. That was great. December was mixed. We beat United. We got their manager sacked, but then Chelsea and Arsenal battered us. It was after the Forest game, actually. That game there. That's when the board said, your job's in trouble. And then we have turned it around again a little bit. We had a little run here. We sold Ollie Watkins because he was dross. And we brought in Francolino. Francolino has been incredible for us. He's dropped off in this episode, this stream, actually, to be honest with you. So the fact that we turned it around... I can't say I'm delighted. And also, I've just realised we've had an unbeaten February. I didn't realise we've gone unbeaten in February. Ignore the draws against Go Ahead Eagles and the 4-4 against Leeds. We did forget how to defend there. Also, we knocked Man City out of the FA Cup. That was great. For what we've been doing, that really made me... That made my heart sing, let's put it like that. Right, let's go and get revenge on Wolves for knocking us out in the FA Cup. We should be resting Morgan Rogers. I don't trust anyone else to play in that position now, so that's brutal. Although my save, I'd be calling that successful. I mean, tomato. Right, onwards. Do we go? Yeah, we go attacking. They're bottom of the bottom of the league. We should be smashing them. No excuses. Let's go attacking. Let's just try and absolutely brutalise them. Or try and get absolutely caned in the process. Totti is the worst defensive player in the league, apparently, so we might focus our play down the right-hand side at some point. Pick up left. Yeah, sure. You can pick off where you left off last time. That's fine. We'll just try and motivate them a little bit more. Give them all a bit of a tickle. Right. Dugout. Preparing. Kick off. Go. Let's do it. If we don't win this game, I'm going to be really annoyed. Especially because there's been a raid in. I'm going to be so frustrated. But with how this save has been, it's exactly the thing that would happen. It really is. Right. Okay, we've actually managed to defend against Mohammed there, which we didn't do in the Carabao Cup game. Oh god, it's happening again, isn't it? I've got the vibe. I've got the vibe. I've got the vibe. Oh, I've got the vibe. Why? What is it with this Wolves team? What is it with this Wolves team? They're our kryptonite. I know we're away from home, but they're bottom of the table. Our defence has really switched off recently. We haven't got any stupid overlaps in the defensive line where they're... No, we don't. I know this is a bit of a gamble, but no, do you know what? We'll carry on. Carry on for a bit, and then we can always drop the midfielders back. Oh, yeah. Maybe press that as well, Stu. That would help. Right. It's fine. It's early on. We've come back from 2 goals down to win a game. First of all, the Twitch, the moment you get raided, you also get FM. This is very true. It's been a while since I've had a raid, actually, so I had kind of lulled myself into a full sense of security with that, so that is a fair point. Right, Morgan Rogers, Francolino, back to Morgan. Considering Morgan is shattered, he's still doing okay so far. Right, Cash cuts back, gets it back to Harvey, Douglas Luiz, Morgan, Onana. Right. We've had a word with you before, and I'm fully aware I've changed the tactics, so it will have disappeared off of here. No! You're already on here! Right. Anana. Sir, we've had words about this. You don't shoot at the goal. It's a very clear instruction. You don't shoot at the goal. I don't know how clearer I can make it with you, sir, but you don't shoot at the goal. We're having chances here, but again, we're letting them have chances, which is the thing I don't like. That is very much the concern. Geotay92, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. I did used to stream a lot. I've been getting back into streaming over the last few weeks. Probably last couple of months, actually. On and off, actually, thinking about it. My point being, when I used to stream a lot more, which is where Tony and I have interacted before in each of the streams, and this is kind of me making an effort to try and get properly back into streaming, which I've been managing like 2 a week, which for me is really good. Like it's difficult because my other half has a job where she works 6 days on, 4 days off, and I have a weekday job, so it's difficult getting the time to do it where I'm not foregoing time with my fiance. So I'm slowly getting back. So to have a raid like this, to have you guys come in, means a lot. Means a lot. Right, enough of that stopping us. Right, come on, Matty, get past your man. There we go. He's on a yellow card. Love to see it. Can we just score a goal, please? Yorkie, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. You're all a lovely bunch. Do you know that? You're absolutely lovely. Can we get the ball and score a goal, please? I'm a little bit put off by the fact we're not scoring. I am just going to drop us back to this, but I'm going to keep us attacking. And then instructions. I mean, we're starting to have chances now, so the chances isn't the problem necessarily. So we'll leave that as it is. Out of possession. Something's broken with this a little bit because we're starting to ship goals. I'll tell you what, we're going to take that off. And we'll confirm, and we'll go with that. You know what, Tony? It's great seeing you, and it's great being back again. It genuinely is. And I have been really enjoying it. I will say, I don't know if anyone else has found this. Tony, I don't know if you found this. FM26, I found it a bit of a struggle. I found it a bit of a struggle to get my footing on it. The whole in possession and out of possession tactics, that has been a bit of a struggle. Throw me on FM24, 3, 2, 1. I can one season with Villa, I can get you into the Champions League, no problem. But it has to be said, this has been a bit of a struggle. Oh, ref, why are you blowing the whistle there? Matty was in. Could have whipped that ball in. 1-0 at half time. Right. Second half, we need to get a goal at the very least. Just hit sub on YouTube too. Also felt good to remember the community. Not seen before. Just when you feel like you know everybody. There's a lot of people, isn't there, who make content. No, I appreciate that. Jason Lamely, thank you so much for that. Again, YouTube content, that's been more consistent. I do have the occasional disappearing acts, if I'm honest with you, but I'm really trying not to do that as much anymore. Try to be a bit more consistent. I think 1 or 2 people have had a bit to say about 26. Well, I wasn't going to go completely there, but yeah, I know what you mean. Danny1981 or no, why 1981? However you want me to pronounce it, either way. Thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. I've enjoyed the game for what it is. With all of its warts and all, I've still enjoyed it. I've just found the way they've broken the tactics down really difficult to get my head around. I'm still struggling with it from the defensive side of things. And I'm still struggling with the idea of it doesn't have to be a clean tactic like this. You can have it offset. You can do all of that. I've always struggled with that, to be honest with you. So, I mean, Samaggio counselled me a couple of weeks ago on that, like at the end of a stream. I was just like, what am I doing wrong? And he gave me some tips, which I have followed some of them, just because I needed to go somewhere. Oh my God. What is going on? What is going on? Grego, thank you. Is it Grego? I just had two. What is actually going on? So first of all, Chris Gaming, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. How was your stream? Hope it was a good one, and welcome to those who've come along. And also, Grego, 1410, thank you so much for the raid and the follow as well. What? Like, you wait for the bus, they all come along at once. What's going on? So, Grego and Chris, I don't know whether you guys... Oh, it was network save. Fair enough. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That really threw me for a second. I was like, what is going on here? Well, hello. Welcome all. How was the network save? How was everything going? Sai's always been good. I've not interacted with him loads, but he's always been good to me. Really good. Yeah, how was the stream? How was the save? Hope it's all going well. Hope everything's lovely. You come to us at a crucial time. We're losing against Wolves and Aston Villa. It's been a rough season. We've been picking up, and now we're going back down again. I don't plan on getting multiple channels as well. I can't. I'm not in a position where I can afford to do that. I don't have the energy. I watch too much wrestling to be able to commit to that, to be honest. We went well. We're in Germany. First night tonight, only played one proper match each. Okay, fantastic. Who are the teams? Who are you playing as? I'm invested already. I want to know. I will try and remember to drop a follow on your channels as well, because I very much appreciate you guys coming on over. Before you guys came in, Tony Jameson raided and brought some people over as well. So you are officially the second and third raids of the night. Love you all. You're all fantastic. Right, I can't say that same about my team. So let's see what we can say. I'm not going to say they're awful. That's a bit harsh. Right, we'll say that one. Let's try and motivate them a little bit more. Individually, what can we say? Wendy's been shocking, so we will have a go at him. Francolino, again, and a bit of a rough one for Francolino as well. We might change him to a channel forward just to try and get a bit more out to him in a different way. I know the lads are tired because we've had like 2 games a week for a while. And we've had injuries, so we've not been able to rotate as much as we'd normally like to. So there are things with that. You top of the FM26 charts on Twitch right now. Enjoy it, because it ain't going to happen again. Stuttgart, Leipzig, and Leverkusen. That's a good 3 teams, to be fair. That's good. That's going to be an interesting. I feel like my instinct is to say that whoever's got Stuttgart is going to have the more of a challenge. I'm Leipzig. As a Leeds fan, I went for the Red Bull link. That's entirely fair. I mean, RB Leeds. Very much so. Yeah, I can't imagine the Stuttgart guy is going to be having a bit of a more of a challenge than you guys, but I don't know. That might be me. I'm not overly familiar with German football, to be honest. I know that feeling. I've had to cut back on watching wrestling. So I've had to. I just got tired of awful booking. Nobody can book anymore. Don't get me started. Having said that, I do think, although the journey's been rough getting there, I think WrestleMania could be better than perhaps the journey there would lead to suggest. I'm Stuttgart, lost the Supercup final to Bayern. It's Bayern, to be fair, so I think you can be forgiven for that. Right, ratings-wise, I mean, Brendy is off straight away. Sancho's not fully fit, but we'll bring Sancho on. We're going to need to take Rodgers off, but we'll keep him on for a little bit. Francolino, I'm going to give a little bit more time. We'll put him as a channel forward. That's the other position he has done well for us before. Cash is anxious. I'm not feeling okay about him being anxious. I'm thinking maybe Lindelof as fullback, and we'll bring on Mings, and we'll swap those 2 rounds. We'll keep Digne on for the time being. Maatsen is there. We can do that. 1-0's pretty good though. To be fair, to only get beat 1-0 is not a bad result. Saudi took Tielemans off me, which is the reason why he's not involved today, actually, because we need to rest him. We've got Adam Wharton, who has been doing really well recently, but he's shattered. It's the one position we've got cover for. But Tielemans wanted to go. We sold him. It was what it was. Right, let's make sure that they don't do the silliness. There we go. And then I don't really want to drop the lines too much. Maybe we drop that one. No, because they're not. It's not that they're getting in behind us, so I don't really want to do that. No, I'm just going to leave it, because we've been all over them. It's just that sloppy defending again. Right, I'm not going to work. No, let's work the ball into the box. Actually, we will do that. Oh, good interception there from Harvey Elliott early on. Francolino, we had to literally, we gave Ollie Watkins every opportunity, and we just had to bin him off. He just was not performing. To be fair, most of the team were not performing. Morgan Rogers was the only real one. Then we hit a turning point where everyone else started to pick up, but it was just forwards. Tammy wasn't performing. Ollie wasn't performing. We've sort of figured Tammy out a little bit, but he is very much a super sub. But we had the money from the Tielemans deal and the Ollie deal, and we just were like, well, let's just get someone in. And Francolino just looked like the best player. And to be fair, when he got here, 2 in 2, 2 assists as well. He scored a hat-trick against Brighton. And Harvey Elliott has equalised. That is glorious. Oh, I feel better. Right, if we can get another one and actually beat Wolves, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. Oh, I've seen more wrestling talk. I'd start watching Raw because nothing makes you reach for a remote faster than Danhausen. I quite like him. I'm sorry. I actually do enjoy him. As long as he's not the focal point of the show and it's literally just backstage stuff, I'm happy. I'm okay with it. I think it's fun. I don't need to see him wrestle unless he's getting absolutely destroyed on main event, but I'm happy for him just to be backstage and just cause shenanigans. Very much so. Right. Oh, it's corner. James Milner, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Right, come on, boys. Enough of this. Fire the boys up. Even though the shouts do absolutely nothing. Let's fire them up. Come on. Right, corner. No, throw in. Never mind. Why is Digne, our left back, taking it on the right? We need to have a look at our set pieces. We really do. Lindelof. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I'm getting to the point where I'll take a draw from this game. I don't want to. We should be destroying them. With how we've been playing... Again, this stream, it's gone a little bit, not off the rails, but we're kind of leaning on the rails a little bit. Just to the point where we might just trip over them. Ball out wide to Sancho. Lost the ball. I mean, Sancho's been really good for us as well, and even his powers are starting to fade. Right, can we press the ball off of them here, please, boys? Pressing. That thing. Press. Press. Oh, Torres. Lovely stuff. We forced it backwards. I could have done with you winning the ball, but it's fine. Gomez. Oh, no. Oh, worried. Right, Harvey Elliott. He's disappointed quite a bit. Francolino now. Out wide to Sancho. What do we, Frank? Oh, Sancho's giving the ball away. Sancho, For someone who's actually been quite good for us, has been pretty poor in the last couple of games. Okay, Lindelof. Dwelling on the ball, that's fine. He's not a natural right back, so I can accept that. Oh, Sancho, right. I'm literally so close to taking Sancho off the pitch. Yeah, no, with sub-demand. I'm so close to taking him off the pitch. Right, Rodgers is shattered. We'll put Elliott in the middle. Sancho can go back on the right where he's better. And we'll bring on... We'll just bring on John McGinn. John McGinn is another one. He's been terrible for us. We cannot get a tune out of McGinn to save our life, but we'll bring him on. Elliott's having a decent game, so let's bring him into the middle. What time are we on? 70 minutes. We've still got 2 subs. Francolino will keep on for the time being, but we'll keep an eye on him, but we'll leave it at that. Let's just see whether this has cost us another goal. Andre. If he'd have scored, that would have broken my heart. The last save I did on FM24 was like a journeyman road to glory from the National League North or South up to the winning the Champions League, just as a manager, not with one club. And my favourite period was with Wolves, and Andre was my captain, and oh captain, my captain, he was superb. That would have absolutely broke my heart. We could bring Ruben Neves on against Wolves. That could be quite funny here. Onana is struggling for fitness more than anything, so I'm thinking let's move Dougie along, bring on Ruben. And do you know what? We'll have to bring on Tammy, because Francolino, again, I think Francolino, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a message coming up soon saying he needs a rest. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Let's just make sure that crosses are going to the target forward. Want to make sure that we're actually aiming for the right person. Oh, didn't really want to open the whole thing up, but never mind. Digne, do the same for you. And then some whip crosses in. This keeps coming on and I keep taking it off. That is so frustrating. Right, I'll tell you what though. If they've still got Totti on, we'll go down the right-hand side because he hasn't been very good for them. They've still got Totti on. Let's try and frustrate him. But he's gone to centre-back, actually, so I'm happy to press him anyway. Gomez. Let's go in hard, pop him on his left. This guy. Going hard on him. And then he's left back, so we'll leave him. And Adam Armstrong. Do you know what? We're going hard on Armstrong as well. And we'll press Andre as well, because he'll start to tire as well. Let's just see whether we can get a winner. Oh, I'd really, really like us to get a win here. Let's go back to pushing you two up. And we'll have you holding a bit more. And have you basically doing the same thing. We want you to be more direct. To be fair, we'll ask Douglas to be doing the same thing. Let Mark Tighter off as well, actually. Then they're going to be one way around. Let's move those 2 rounds. One's in the right positions. Right. See whether we can just push them a little bit more for the final part of the game. A draw's not the end of the world considering we were losing, but we really should be beating bottom of the table Wolves, even if it is away from home. Oh my god, we've got a late highlight. Right, Digne with the throw. Again, on the wrong side, but I'll allow it. Mings, Neves, Digne. John McGinn! It's John McGinn! He has barely played for us in the last 3 months because he's been shocking. The board told me to drop him because he's been so bad. And he might have got the monkey off our backs for Wolves. That's worthy of a second one. I wasn't even intending to do that, but sure. Wow. That is outrageous. We shouldn't have had to wait that long. They had a good game, to be fair. Oh, that's us. Never mind. We shouldn't have had to wait that long, though. We really shouldn't have. So the fact that we've managed to do that in general, I'm happy with, but that was kind of shoddy. We'll say that one. I'm still not happy with that performance overall, but well, no, do you know what? Actually, the performance wasn't too bad. It's the finishing. Again, Francolino has dropped off massively, and we need to kind of work out what it is. What we really need is like a week where we can just give the players a bit of a break. Morgan in particular really needs it. Right, well, how is the table looking? Let's have a look. Still in 10th. 1 point behind Brighton and Everton, which is good. We have got Forest breathing down on X, which isn't ideal, but it's fine. I think we've got Norwich next. How many game days? Not many days. Again, just not having the time to rest the boys properly here. Right, let's... I can't start Morgan in this next game. I can't. We're going to break him. So we will rest him in this one. Let's rest these guys for... We're going to have to do it for 2 days. And then Ponce and Morgan. I'll rest them for 2 days as well, but I have no intention of actually using Morgan if I can help it. Elliot can go there, and we'll have Jaden start. Jaden actually ends up having a decent performance, so that's not the end of the world if we have to start him. We'll start Douglas, and we'll give Andre a rest. I'm not going to start Ruben Neves. Instead, I'm actually going to... Yeah, we'll take Morgan out of the squad completely. And Wharton can come back in. We'll have him come in playmaker position. Actually, his last 5 games, it's not a great rating, actually. He stayed up quite a bit of the team, to be honest with you. Cash, Lindelof, Torres, Digne. Digne did okay in that one. Lindelof, I thought Lindelof was better than that, actually, but clearly he wasn't. So, what do I know? Conser, again, we'll try and keep on the bench for this one if we can. Allison will keep on the bench as well. Neves. No, we'll keep him there as well. And again, we need to kind of keep him in there. Just move everyone along. I don't trust Barkley, to be honest with you. He's not really done anything for me. Fabinho, I think I'm accepting, was a bit of a mistake, especially with the fact that we've got Kamara literally imminently back. And Bailey. Probably should put Bailey on there, but Allison has got a little bit of potential, so we need to get him some more football, to be fair. Right, let's carry on. We've given players a rest. Let's carry on. Let's do the match prep for Norwich. We're not a mid-block team. Aggression. We'll do final third on this one. Attacking and defending corners is fine as well. I'm pretty sure we did training for this week. Yeah, we did. But I clearly didn't check it. That's chance conversion. It's become a 2-game week, so let's change that to 2G game week. Have you be defending wide and attacking wings. Defending from the front, and we'll keep attacking patience actually. But I will change that to a shot stopping. The goalkeeper's been a little bit suspect recently, so let's do that. Did we sign him? Oh, there he is. Perfect. So a very quick look at our scouted players, and let's just have a look, because we have got money to spend. Just under 40 million, just around 170,000 a week. We want to spend that before the end of the season, just in case we lose that money, or that's the only transfer budget that we get. So, scouted players only. Let's have a look. Transfer. We'll go with doubtful. See if there's anyone we can convince. And already we can see that there's some decent players here. But again, I'm just looking at valuation. I mean, if we can get someone in who can just come in and then that's already sorted, that would be great. What do we need, though? Well, Jadon Sancho will be leaving us, so we definitely need a winger. That's without question. We could probably do with a backup striker who's better than Tammy. We could probably do with another central defender to properly partner Esri, because Pau Torres hasn't convinced me. Tyrone wants to leave, and Lindelof really shouldn't be playing for us, but to be fair, he's done a decent job for most of the season, so I can't say too much badly about him. Get rid of that. With the amount of money we've got, there's not lots of options here, but it's fine. We've got a bit of time still to think about it. Okay. That's, oh god, dropping everything on my table. Everything's going completely all over the place. Well done, Stu. We'll go one more game, and then we'll pass the love on to someone else that we've accumulated. I think we'll go with the defensive midfields option rather than the central midfielders for this one. Right, we're getting all of these staff members in that we've neglected up until this point. I feel like we did physio, didn't we? Look, I offered it to someone, so I'll ignore that. We know that we've got risks in terms of our injuries. Let's see what they recommend for this game. Stop them crossing. I don't really want to bypass the press against Norwich. Right hand side against Norwich, that's fine. Attack. We'll start positive. We'll go attacking if we feel like we need to. I don't really want to play long. No, I'm disagreeing with a lot of that. I don't think my assistant manager's really doing us a favour there, to be honest. Right. Who are you? Man United just signing a random kid for some reason. Well, I say some reason. He's clearly a decent player. Right, let's make sure you two are the right way round. Do we keep these two tracking or do we change that? To be fair, more attacking formation. We'll have these just be wide midfielders. We're going to go with this one, I think, for today. We will, for this game... You know what? I don't... To change the playlist. There we go. That's more like it. Let's change this to the right, as was recommended. But I'm going to kind of leave everything else, including positive. We'll change that if we feel like we need to. Francolino started really well, but he's becoming a bit of an enigma. We'll persevere, because he's still a decent player. He's still getting involved with stuff, but yeah, it's kind of dropped off a little bit. Kamara is nearly back, which is great. Morgan Rogers, not even considered for this game. I am tempted, heavily tempted, take off Concert completely as well. But no, to be fair, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to do it. Garcia can go on the bench. Yeah, because he needs a break, and I'll just be tempted to use him if he's there. Right, opposition instructions. That's clear. We're going to press the keeper. We're going to press you. We're going to press you. Apply all advice on top of that. Get rid of used to. Fist Garden is a right-footed player, so let's pop him on his left. Amadou Diallo on his left. Marcondes onto his left. Josh Chardon, we're just going to go in hard on him. Who's likely to be the playmaker of the two? To be fair, both of them both look similar in that regard. 34 years old, 20 years old. We're going to press the 34-year-olds. Try and get the ball off of them. Right, this is likely to be the final game of the stream. And then we'll move you lovely lot onto someone else who can keep company for this Saturday evening, Sunday morning. Let's see whether we can get through to the next round of the FA Cup. Remember, we beat Man City to get to this round of it, so it will be a shame if we can't then follow up that with a win against Norwich, even though it is away from home. So let's see what we can do. I will be gutted if we, put this politely, balls this up. Just say that one. Make a difference, make a difference, make a difference. Right. Carrow Road. We're Aston Villa. We want to beat you. Starting off quickly there. Goodness me. A good performance from Francolino would make me quite happy today. If he doesn't perform today, I think we will go with Tammy for the next game as the target forward. I feel like we'll need to do that just to give him a bit of a rest, because something isn't clicking with him at the moment, but he's playing exactly the same as he did when we signed him. We haven't changed anything with him. Well, no, there was one game where we played him as a channel forward. Before that, he was a deep line forward and he played well. He played well as a channel forward. We changed him back and he played well as a deep line forward again. So it's not that. So I don't know what it is, but we need to figure out how to get the best out of him. Right, Digne, Wharton, Sancho. Sancho. Don't know why you're shooting Sancho. Just want to double check. We've not left that on there. No, we haven't. That's okay. Good opportunity though, but it wasn't your best opportunity. You could have passed it. You could have crossed it. There's so many things you could have done that you didn't do. And that does concern me a little bit. To the point where I'm going to actually say, shoot less often. Right, we have a corner. Elliott whips it in. Pat Torres is there. And he makes it 1-0. Esa Harvey, Elliott assist. Just for good measure. I'm literally at this point in this save where anytime we go ahead in a game, it's a relief. That's how shook the start to the season had me. Because it just feels like any game can capitulate. Now, it's only one goal, we've gone ahead. I still have a bit of fear in me that we can balls it up from here. So a second goal, I would feel a lot better. Even then, though, we've done that before and we've thrown that away as well. So, you know, our defence is letting them get through again. Defending is the bit that I've struggled on FM26 with. I've got to be honest. Scoring goals, there's been a few moments here or there, but for the most part we can do it. But defending has been my biggest nemesis. There's times when I watch my team defend compared to the AI defending, and I just think there's something I am getting wrong. And it is very much we're just going to win by scoring more than you. I mean, Dave had way more chances than us in this game. I say I don't like it. Unacceptable. You weren't that bad. You weren't that bad. Francolino really should be smashing them. And the fact that he's not. Oh, where's Harvey Elliott gone? Excuse me, Harvey. What's going on here? Harvey's disappeared. Is what it is. We'll bring on Ian Matson, and we'll try and get that out of his system before we get on the pitch. Take drop off more off. And I'm going to turn the pressing down a little bit. Take get stuck in off. I've been toying whether doing those would be a good idea or not. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But we're going to do that. I'm going to just go general for this. And you know what? I'm going to say let's encourage dribbling again. We've had success with encourage dribbling. So let's go back to that for a bit. Right. Can we get the ball off of them? Get some more. Oh, do you know what? We could have gone attacking. Let's go attacking. Let's just try and force ourselves through them a little bit, just so we can kind of have a comfortable lead. Right. Wharton. Sancho. Wharton again. That's Cash. Francolino. Douglas Luiz. Elliott. Matson. Francolino getting in position. Couldn't quite get there. Buendia's there, though. Shouldn't have had the shot. Should have had the pass. Should have had the pass. But good play. Getting more involved. Like to see it. But I want to see a bit more of it. Do want to see a bit more of it. Right. Let's get the ball off of them and have another opportunity here, please, lads. Could have won the ball there and we didn't. Okay, we're just letting them pass it from one side to the other. Big ball over the top. Sargent. Oh, for God's sake. What is it with this team? We go on a good run and then we just capitulate for a bit. And we forget how to play well. And we just... Oh, that is woeful. I'm going to demand more. I'm not going to berate them yet, but I'm going to demand more. But they've been all over us all game. Here they come again. If this is 2-1, okay, it's not going to be right now. But I'd have been livid with that. Again, our defenses are... The defense is my weakest part on this game. And once I master defense, my glasses have gone completely skew if there. Oh my God, don't. I will be berating the team at the next opportunity. Because that was atrocious. What is happening in this game? Right, we're pushing them up. When Diaz had a bad game, he's coming off. We'll bring on John McGinn again. Martinez again, every now and then, just has a bit of a shocker. Midfielder fine. Harvey Elliott will have to do for now. Francolino again. We just cannot get a game out of him. What I am going to do, though, is... Let's just go to here. I'm going to take that off. And let's go to Playmaker. Let's make sure that he is going direct in this. Yeah, he is. Brilliant. More risks, more directs. Right. Okay, here we go. Matson. Whips it in. Their keeper gets it. Right, we need to get this ball. However he delivers this out, we need to get it. We need to turn it over and get back at them. Right. We win it and then lose it straight away. And our defenders just let players run around them, which is so frustrating. Corner to Norwich. We're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup here. I've got a feeling that is going to happen. No one is trying to help. Oh my word. What a goal that is, by the way. What a goal that is. And now we've got 20 minutes in game to try and turn this around. Right. I mean, I don't know what we could have done there about that, to be honest. But now we need to really push on and get a goal. There's no excusing not winning this. Norwich are not a good team. But we've just let them do that. Right, come on. No more messing around. Get the ball in the back of the net, please, boys. Right, Maatsen to McGinn. McGinn goes round him quite easily. Lovely stuff from John McGinn. Maatsen. Elliott. Douglas. Oh my word, I was about to shout at him, but that was a good attempt, actually. Corner. We've worked on our corners. Let's make it count. Or not. Let's not make it count. Fine. Why not? Sure. Right, Douglas Luiz. Big ball forward to John McGinn. McGinn. Goes round his man. Beautifully done. Referee's not going to give anything there. Fine. All right. Right, Maatsen. Douglas Luiz. McGinn. Maatsen. Tries to get to McGinn. Wins a corner. Right, come on. Nothing again. We're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup here. Right, McGinn again. McGinn is, at the moment, the root of everything good, which is weird to say. Right, ball to Elliott. Gives the ball away. We are panicking a little bit. Understandably so. Beat Man City, then we get knocked out by Norwich. It's football manager being football manager. Right, Torres wins the ball. Douglas Luiz drives it to Matty Cash. Now drives it to Jadon Sancho. Ball to Elliott. Flicks it on. Looking for Francolino. Can't find him. End of the highlight. What even was the point of that highlight? We're going to have to take Francolino off. It's another poor game from him. He's dropped off an absolute cliff with his form. Like, he was doing so well, and then we've had that run there. Like, one decent game against Leeds, and the rest of it has been absolute dross. And yeah, Brighton was incredible. Bournemouth was incredible. Brentford was incredible. I mean, incredible's a bit strong, but... Sancho's also not having a good game as well. I mean, we'll take him off. Tammy can come on. He's been doing some business for us. We'll bring on Alisson. And we'll just make sure McGinn knows target forward. And Alisson knows target forward. And Cash knows target forward. And then Maatsen knows target forward. Let's just aim for Tammy. I hate to kind of devolve it to that, but we need a goal now. Otherwise, we're kind of done. Let's start crosses on. And I'm going to say... No, we're in a good period, actually. So let's carry on doing what we're doing. Let's just try and work the ball into the box a little bit more and whip the ball in. Right. Come on, boys. Equaliser. Let's get it to added time. Come on, boys. Fire up. Running out of time. We're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup here. Okay, highlight. Might be the last highlight. Cash. Whipping it. It's poor from Matty Cash. That's such a poor cross. Right, let's just, again, let's make them go long with it. Let's win the ball. Right, Harvey. Looking for Tammy. Is he offside? He's offside. He's offside. There's no point celebrating. He's offside. I've seen that goal a few times today, and it's getting very irritating. We're getting knocked out of the FA Cup here. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. We don't even get a final corner highlight. That is really frustrating. We have no business losing that game. They've been all over us in that one. And it's not even like their team have had a good performance. We've just underperformed. I'm telling them I'm embarrassed by it, and I am. What's the next game after this? I might do one more, just try and get the taste of it out of my mouth, which is a really, really silly thing to go and do. We've all been there trying to do one more, but that is so poor. Dylan AFC, thank you for the follow. Come to me at a low moments, but I appreciate the follow nonetheless. Well, that's I genuinely thought when we beat Man City, we could be on for a cup run here. Well, cup run's over. Next game, when is it? It is Braga, 8 days. Right, 8 days. That is a good amount of time. So, Wharton, Cash, Sancho, Randia, Francolino, Rogers, Ponsa. You're all having 5 days off. And you're having 5 days off because you're the guys who are playing more than anyone else. Let's give you guys time to rest up so we can go again and try and get through, and then try and maybe go on a run for the Europa League. Hey Dylan, how are you? How's your evening going? First leg's at home. Let's do the first leg. Let's do the first leg. I just want to try and work out what is going on with us at the moment, because we're just really struggling. I want to have a look at... That's not the bit I want to look at. What's a better save between Everton and Bournemouth? I'd probably say Everton, to be honest. Well, it depends what you're looking for, to be honest. Easier save, probably Everton. Better save, or more interesting save, might be Bournemouth. That would be more difficult, but would be more rewarding if you get it right. But that is just my opinion. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I would quite like to look at... What? Will I find it? There it is. Data hub. Oh, I want to actually go into it. Thank you. Last match. XG was all over the shop. Momentum was all with us. It's just XG was all over the shop. I would like to look at our last 5 day games. Let's look at the last match. We were passing further forward, just we kept getting caught out. We just kept getting caught out as they came forward. Right. Tempted by a team meeting, just trying to G it up, but I don't know what I'd say, so I think I might just push forward. I think out of those two, it's a difficult one. Everton and Bournemouth. I think it depends what you're looking for. Do you want something where you think you can hit the ground running and start winning stuff? That'd be Everton. If you want something that you're going to have to struggle with a little bit and really kind of grind out results, Bournemouth. But Bournemouth have got 1 or 2 good players. It depends as well. If you do it on like normal mode, for lack of a better term, I forget, original mode, then obviously you won't have Semenyo. But if you do it on your worlds, which I do my rebuilds on, you probably will end up having Semenyo to use. That you will do because it was a January transfer. So that could be exciting to have a Bournemouth team with Semenyo in the parallel universe where you don't sell him or you try not to sell him. That could be interesting. Right. Let's just set the team up for the next game. Get everything ready to go. Better long-term save. Probably Bournemouth. Both of them, to be fair, because neither team are exactly setting the world on fire. But I think Bournemouth, because they are a smaller club, and I think there's something kind of romantic about taking a club of that size and transforming them into something much bigger. I would be tempted to say go with that. But that's personal opinion. Don't take that as a this is what you should do. It's what I would do. Anyone I need to have a word with? I mean, Francolino I'd like to have a word with, but do you know what? Let's have a word with him, actually. Interaction. One last game. Great minds think alike. What can I say? What can I say? Right, this is definitely going to be the final game of the stream. And I'm only doing one more because I'm determined to win a game. It's at home. Braga are going to be a challenging team to play against, but I think we can get a result against them. Right, what are they disappointed with? FA Cup. Oh. Okay. We need to bear in mind that we've already annoyed them earlier on in the season, and we're now annoying them again. Do need to be careful here. I'm just tactically, what can we do? Because scoring goals has been a bit of a challenge in the last couple of games. So what can we do? I mean, first of all, that needs to go. That was only meant to be for one game, and it just stayed on here. Do we take off play through the press, maybe? Go balanced. I'm not going to go counter-attacking. That feels ridiculous. I don't really want to change the width. I don't want to change the tempo or the passing directness. I like our short passing. When it works beautifully. Do we dribble more, maybe? Because we have got the forward line. Have got some good dribblers. So maybe we do that as well. And then defensively, we're high pressing. And maybe we bring that down. Mid block, have a high defensive line, so we squish them. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. I'm definitely not doing that. I kind of want us to be high pressing. I might drop that down one. And see, I like looking out for passes in behinds. But then does that put us under the cosh? So maybe I'll do that. And right, let's just set this up. Next game, Ponce will start. Rogers will start. Buendia will not. Elliot will. John McGinn might have found his new future as a left winger because he's had 2 games in a row where he's not been bad. I think that'll be the 11 for the next game. Have him doing that. I just thought, let's have him off of that as an instruction. I'm happy for him to cut inside. That's what we want him to do anyway. Everything else I'll leave. Pressing. And you. Pressing, you're already doing it fine. Roger should already be doing it anyway. He is. Everything on there's fine. Francolina, so a quick double check of him. Yep, he's pressing fine. Allow him to shoot more often. He's a striker after all. Passing is good enough to be standard, to be fair, so we'll leave that. Nana. Yep, fine. Okay with that. Wharton, to make sure he's okay. Burans is fine. I don't necessarily want him dribbling too much. More direct is fine. We want him to be more direct. Yeah, I'm okay with all of that. I know. This is what I get like, to be honest. This is exactly what I get like. This is definitely going to be the final game though, because I do need sleep. But I just kind of want to. I'm bad. I want to end on a win. So let's see whether we can do that. I want to make sure tactics are okay with what I want them to be. To be fair, I kind of don't want you guys to be delivering defense splitting passes. Let's make sure you're on shorter passing duties. Let's also double check Martinez as well. Shorter passing, he's on take more risks, which I don't mind. Passing is 12. You know what? I'm going to change it to a goalkeeper. Don't take any risks. Pass it short. Definitely not running with the ball. Absolutely not. Yeah, fine with that. We'll check you guys. I want to keep you guys wise. And you cross, let's get it in the middle. And same for you. Good dribbling line. Dribbling 13. Dignes. Dribbling 13. I mean, they'll do what I want them to do anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. And then let's just make sure you're doing the same as well. Yeah, fine. Okay. I mean, everyone I think was doing all of that anyway without the instructions on there, but I'll bore off. Not gonna upset anyone. We really need to be careful with the balls. Really need to be careful with them. Right, let's get these staff members in. I think I've just said to cancel that. Do you know what? Oh, brilliant. Happy days. I think I've actually... Will that be confirmed now? I think it will. So let's have a look. Yeah. Fine. Oh, we mutually terminated him. Ah, that's annoying. He's actually pretty decent. Well, I should have paid attention with that. That's alright. Not bothered about that. Personally, this is genuinely what I'm like. I will literally get a noise and I'll carry on. I've carried on a full... Where are we at on this stream, actually? How long have I been on for? I've been on for... Actually, this is exactly... I planned to be on for 3 hours. We're at 3:35. By the time I finish this game, it'll be 4. Officially 2 o'clock in the morning, by the way, everyone. Even though it's technically... Well, as far as the day is concerned, it's 1 o'clock, but... Clock's changing and all that. It is now 2 o'clock in the morning, so I definitely am going to be going after this one. Right. Let's get through. Right, we finally got Kamara back, which is great. Come on, let's get a solid win from this game. That'd make me happy. Got a bit of money from the Philogene transfer. Tactical advice, not bothered about that. I missed the match preparation. They've got us to do mid-block. That's really annoying. Well, we have to deal with it, aren't we? We're going to have to deal with it. Right. Let's make sure everyone's in the right position. Everyone is fit. Matty Cash is the only one who hasn't got full sharpness. Everyone is not necessarily happy, but happier. What I'm just going to quickly do is be cheesy. Let's praise some conducts. I am completely without shame on this, because it is what we need to do. Okay, and let's get to the defense. Digne. Not too worried about him being on the yellow card, because to be honest with you, Matson, once he's fully fit, he's probably going to start anyway. Sponsor. Praise, conduct. Okay, let's get some instructions on here. Take those off, and we'll press Martinho as well, and then we'll press the outside defenders whenever they get the ball. And weak foot for Power Victor is left foot. Salazar, right foot. Oh no, left foot. Oh, I nearly made a mistake there. Horta is decent as well, so let's whack him onto his left foot too. And then just trying to work out how they're going to be playing this. I'm assuming these guys are going to be coming into here to try and cause problems. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's out of possession, trap outside, and stop their crosses. Okay, final game of the stream, definitely this time. Definitely. Let's just see if we can end things on a high. Get a win in the first leg of this Europa League game. After the disappointments of getting knocked out of the FA Cup by Norwich. That still stings, to be honest. Right. We are apparently favourites. To play like it. Got a refreshed team who've had a decent amount of time between games. Fair bit of training in there as well, but we've had some players who've had a bit of an extended rest. Let's see whether all of that will add to decent performance today. Fingers crossed. Right, it's looking good so far. We've had the first chance. Possession is looking really good. Now playing quite a defensive tactic on paper, so do need to be wary of that. Those guys do tuck in when it's on defence. It does make me think, do we go out to our fullbacks? Because when we're in possession, those two guys tuck in, so I'm debating, do we go to our fullbacks maybe? Digne gives the ball away, that's really frustrating. Maybe we don't give it to our fullbacks after that. Right, he dwelled on the ball. We could have made something of that there. Big ball over the top to Victor. They've just done us route one. Just over the top. That's really frustrating. We've ended up having to give a corner away there. Very frustrating. It looks like we're attacking quite nicely, but we're not seeing any of this really in highlights. The highlights at the moment are them, although we've intercepted quite nicely there. Right, Sancho gives the ball away. Rodgers now. Digne. We need to stop giving the ball away. I've noticed Sancho recently has been doing that quite a bit, and it is quite disconcerting. Although Morgan Rodgers is in here. Gets to Francolino. Don't you dare be offside. Don't you dare be offside. I want this guy to get his goal. Don't you dare be offside. Please, lads, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. Yes. More, please. Do you know what? I understand why that was checked for offside. That was a bit tight. I still think we got a did in the other game. That we won anyway, but... right, keep going, boys. I want another goal before half-time. And then I want an early goal in the second half. I know I don't necessarily have control over these things, but that's what I would like. Francolino is very deep there. I know he's a deep line forward, but my word, that was deep. Right, Anana to Cash. Harvey. Wharton. Not tripping over themselves, some of the players there. Torres coming forward now. He's got no real reason to. Chips it forward to Morgan Rogers. I mean, it's offside anyway. So, had it been a wonderful goal, it wouldn't have mattered. Again, we're giving chances up. I don't like the fact when they've got so few players who are going forward. I don't really like the fact that we are conceding as many chances as we are. Like, I feel like defensively we should be better than that for what we've got. It is a little bit frustrating. That's a goal kick. See what they do with it. That's half time. That was a pointless highlight. It really was. Right. I'm going to say that one. Individuals. Defense haven't been great. We'll say not been good enough. Jaden, not been good enough. And you guys, keep going. I'm going to take Digne off. Ian Matson can come on. Let's get him some football. We'll keep Cash on there for the time being. Conser can go out there if we absolutely feel like we need to. I'm tempted, to be honest. Should we do these guys as fullbacks? And then put Cash as a fullback. And then Onana is around here for Matson, maybe. I've been toying with whether we make Onana a halfback. How does that look in possession? Drops into a back three. Wharton is still around here. I mean, they just might help with Digne going further forward. Torres shifts into the middle. Conser becomes the defender here. I don't know. I don't know if it will work, but I want to try something to just try and get a bit of defensive stability, because at the moment I do feel like we're just giving up chances for the fun of it. Out of possession. They're the one way around. That's not going to be helping. Let's give it a go. Let's just see how that ends up looking. I mean, we have stepped forward with the chances. If we can continue doing that, I'd be really happy. And Anna definitely was sticking back there, which was good to see. I'm hoping Wharton will then just fill this area here. And when we lose the ball, he drops back, he comes forward. Looks like we are getting more chances. We are so far looking like we're restricting them, but we're not converting any of these chances, which is the story just of us in general. Right, Sancho's off. We're going to take him and get rid of him. Buendia can come on. And I'll keep Cash for the time being. Wharton's actually not having a great game today. A little bit of inconsistency coming into his game. So we'll bring on Neves. I am at the point with Neves where I will take him off if he has a bad game. Because he's not really shown me much that's justified his wages. Right. We have definitely dominated this half so far more. I'd like another goal though. At the home game, I'd like to be winning by 2 goals or more. But this performance has definitely been a solid one in the second half. Right, Cash. Doing it himself here. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Whips it in. Looking for Francolino. Finds him. Is it offside? No. Much more like it. Lovely work from Matty Cash. Did not need anyone. Did it all himself there. Gets the ball in. Really, really well worked from him. There we go. 2-0. Delightful. Lovely stuff. Let's get a third while we're at it. Why not? We've got a second leg to worry about. So let's get a third. Let's make life easier for ourselves. Neves whips it in. Couldn't find anyone, but we do get the ball. Ah, Matson's giving it away. Right, can we get back in our positions and press them here, boys? If that's okay. Oh, brilliant from Morgan Rogers. That was lovely. That was lovely stuff. Okay, Cash. Wait, how that ends. All right, fine. Morgan Rogers hasn't had... So Morgan Rogers, Ruben Neves rather, hasn't had a terrible game. But I would like a bit more from him. Right, ball to Francolino. Francolino goes back to Harvey Elliott. Back to Francolino. Tries to put the pass through to Morgan Rogers. Didn't quite work out there. Oh, it's a mistake. It's a huge mistake. Oh, it's an even worse mistake from Francolino. That should be 3. That should be 3. Oh, that is frustrating. Right, I'm just going to say to him, can we go a bit shorter and fewer risks? Because there was a moment there which did concern me a little bit, where we could have actually done a bit more. Matty Cash has picked up really well after that assist, by the way. I'm going to bring on Kamara, which feels like a weird thing to do when he's just come back from injury, but he needs the minutes. Let's get him on the pitch. Let's get him those minutes. And then I am going to take Konsa off for Lindelof. I'm tempted to go attacking, but that would be ridiculous. 2-0 is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with 2-0, but I would like a third. You know what? We could bring John McGinn on. I think we've still got a change that we can make. Let's do it. No, we don't have a change we can make. Why is it telling me to bring John McGinn on? By the way, there is something I will mention once the game is finished so I don't jinx it. That is quite cool actually with this second half. Okay, it's not quite as cool as I thought. We did win the game, but we restricted them to 1 shot in that second half. I'm pretty happy with that. I am pretty happy with that. That was a good win. That was a good performance as well. Second half was better. Yes, we did score in the first half, but the second half was better. I would have preferred a third goal. Wouldn't we all? But I feel like a 2-goal lead is just not quite as good as I'd like it to be. Rogers, though, again, another good performance from him. Francolino doing the business as well. Jadon Sancho won't be able to play the next game because it is Manchester United we'll be playing against. So we'll get the team ready. We're not going to play the next game, but we'll get the team ready for that one. And then we'll sign off. And still a few of you left here, so we'll send you guys off on your way to someone else who will see you through the night if that is what you so wish. I'll keep Digne in just because he is bitter. Harvey Elliott will 3 days for the United game. Again, we have that one break and then the games are coming thick and fast again. So we'll rest you for 2 days. We'll rest Morgan for 2 days as well. Esri will do the same just because, again, they were dying for a break. And Cash, Francolino, Nana, Torres, Wharton, Matson I'll leave because he's just come back from injury. Rest of those guys for 1 day. Not a great game for Wharton, but that's fine. Buendia did okay when he came off the bench, so he'll be fine to start. Elliott is starting to find his groove, which is nice to see. Getting there slowly but surely. I am tempted to have an eye on the B. Half back going forwards. I actually like the idea of that. Just forming a defensive 3. Because he's getting forward, but I think having that extra player just will help us defensively. In that second half, they had 1 shot. They had 4 in the first half. They only had 1 in the second. We restricted them perfectly. And I think we'll change Matty back to a fullback. But he'll still get the business done just so. Run wide. Crossing into centre. That's all fine. Run wide. In centre, but he's here to cover him. That's okay. That's all absolutely as we'd want it. Although I do want it to be cut inside as well. And he will already be cutting inside, I think. Yes, he is. Brilliant. Quite happy for him to cross a bit deeper. Really, I should have the winger on this side, the wing back on this side, but sorry, no, one or the other. I should either have the winger on this side with the fullback supporting behind, or the fullback on this side because the winger's out here. But then he's cutting inside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, it was good to see Francolino get a goal in the last game. Good performance from him. About 2 goals rather, I should say. Went 3 games without scoring, and before that it was 2 games without scoring. So it's good to see him get a couple back. Hopefully he can maintain that. That is the hope. Just to round things off, this is the table. We have maintained a 10th place, which is where we started the stream. We haven't improved, but we haven't got worse overall, which is good. We are 1 point behind Brighton. We're 4 points behind Everton. We're 7 points behind Chelsea. And Brighton and Everton, we've played 1 game less. So we've got the ability, if we win our next game, to go to 9th and put some pressure on Everton, who were the first team we beat this season, so we know we can beat them. But that is looking great. As far as the Champions League, I wish, the Europa League goes, 2-0 after the first leg at home. We've got some work to do in the second leg, but I think we can do it. I think we can get a solid result there. Pretty happy with that. I don't want to talk about the FA Cup. Who cares about the FA Cup anyway? It's not a competition, who cares? Let me just go forward 1 day just to get rid of that nonsense. There we go. In terms of fixtures today, let's just go over what we've done quickly. We started Man City. Great way to start the stream. That was fantastic. Draw against Go Ahead Eagles away from home wasn't great. The draw against Leeds was not great at all. Then we beat Go Ahead Eagles 3-1. Then we beat Wolves 2-1. Lost against Norwich in the FA Cup. That one still really stings. I'm not happy with that. But then we have just beat Braga 2-0. And then we have Man United away from home in the next game. But we did beat Man United earlier in the season 2-0. So we'll see what we can do with that. But that is going to actually do it for today's stream. It's been a longer one. I keep thinking it's going to be 3 hours and we keep pushing it to 4. Not that I'm complaining. I've had a lovely time with everyone who's come over for the raids as well. Really appreciated all the love. Appreciated the follows. Appreciate everything really. So thank you all. Follows today. Just want to give a shout out to Chasing Lamely, Chaser 2K6, Blood Spartans, Giote92, Yorkie, Danny 1981, Grego 1410, Chris Gaming 2012, and Dylan AFC. And I want to give a shout out as well to the one and only Tony Jameson for the raid, as well as Chris Gaming 2012 and Grego 1410 for their raids from their network game. Really appreciate all of the love with all of that. There's only a few of you, but I am going to raid you, so please stick around while I do a raid, because, you know, it's the nice thing to do. Let's send you somewhere where you can hopefully make someone's day. Let's have a look at what we've got. Sure, let's do Benny Cargay. I like the idea of that. Let's do that. Okay, apologies. Thank you all for bearing with me. You're going to go to Benny Cargay instead. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll do the outro again. Really enjoyed tonight's stream. Thank you for everyone who's dropped the follows. Thank you for everyone who came over in the raids. Everyone who's found me in any other way as well. Don't know exactly when I'll be back. It might be next weekend. It might be tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. But it's been a lot of fun. Again, thank you for everyone. I will see you in a not too distant future. Either go to the raid or go to bed because it's late. I've been Stu. You guys, as always, have been awesome. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye for now.